the One Piece Podcast, episode 906 for the week of Monday, February 16th, 2026. My name is Zach.
And my name is Alex.
And on today's episode, we have our official archivist for the One Piece Podcast, because we've been going on so long, we need someone to look things up for us. It's Ken.
Hey, everyone. Good to be back here this lovely February night.
Yes, it's this February that we're in right now.
Yes, this February,
yes.
Yep.
I see what you're doing, and it's done. We have our voice actress, not our voice actress. We have the voice actress for Flampe. Marianne Bray is joining us. How's it going, Marianne?
It is good. I am your voice actress. I don't know what that means exactly, but
No,
I can be now. I can be now. I am the One Piece Podcast's voice actress.
Okay.
Whatever that means.
You can't belong to anyone. Your actressing knows no bounds. Last but not least, YouTube sensation still to this day, RogersBase joins us once again. How's it going, Roger?
It's going awesome. I'm happy to be back. I love that throughout the years, that has just always been my title, YouTube sensation. I'm a fan.
It will always be.
I like it. That's very nice.
It started when I didn't really understand what YouTube was.
Right.
And now I kind of understand what YouTube is, but not enough. I do watch a lot more of my media on it. I get it. It just took me really, really long time.
Well, now you don't understand what TikTok is, so
That's
the cycle
fair.
continues.
That's fair.
But TikTok is going to die, I assume.
Soon-ish,
at some point
probably.
Soon.
Yeah, soon-ish.
Yeah.
But also, it's weird. It's also kind of on the rise among, like, shorts creators. And it seems like YouTube wants to copy it still with shorts.
They do.
So it's like everybody's copying each other. It's like...
Roger,
gotta go
also,
where it flows.
I want to say congratulations on the air as well.
Oh, thank you very
Engagement on
much.
that. Yeah.
Appreciate it. Yes,
In
that was
Japan.
in Japan.
Yeah.
That was right. It was in Shiroshi, actually, not Shiroshi, not like the mermaid, but Shiroshi
Right.
is the name of the town. It's a really, really cool samurai village, and so it was literally right outside the castle. And then we had lunch at this old grandma's house, literally right downstairs, which was awesome.
Oh,
So
wow.
it was, absolutely fantastic. So appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no, welcome to the club.
The club.
Married,
I was gonna
some of
say,
us.
yeah, right.
Yeah. Ken, so did you find out when was Roger last on? Did you find out?
I'm trying to figure it out. I'm pretty sure
Okay,
Roger
so
was
no.
on. No, I did not find out exactly.
Yeah,
but the last one I did find was Roger was on back in December 2024 on that podcast. I'm still trying to find the most recent one. I'm looking.
Was that God
That might
Valley?
be it.
Yeah, I feel like that.
No,
No,
God Valley was more recent. Yeah.
No, that was when Robin met Saul again back in December.
Yes, actually, that sounds right. That
You're
sounds
right, and that was a
sounds
big
right.
chapter.
That was an
I do
awesome
remember.
chapter. I remember that. Yes. Yeah,
I did my job.
All right,
There
well
we
done,
go.
Ken. Well done. This is why you're the
Thank you,
archivist.
Has it really? Has it
over
really
a year.
been that long? Wow,
It
that's
must
over
have
a
been.
year.
It must have been.
That's
Yeah.
buck wild.
Yeah.
Buck wild, they say.
I
That
feel
is
like I was
buck-wild.
barely in the States last year. I feel like with the amount of traveling, the last 12 months has just been nutty. I was in London. So I was in London. I was in Paris for Pokemon, for the previews for Pokemon. Japan for 2 whole weeks. Plus back and forth between New York, Vegas, Chicago, and LA. And it was like literally every week I was somewhere else for about, like I said, a year. So that makes sense. When you were like the last one would have been the Saul Robin chapter at the beginning of LBAF. I'm like, that tracks. I could have sworn there was one during God Valley, but maybe it was because I was listening in. And
There might be more. That's just the only one I can find
we'll
right
see.
now
Yeah,
with my
yeah.
limited search.
Well, you're going to be on for our 900th, but I got norovirus, and you also
That's-
had some other thing.
That's what it was for sure. Is that we all got sick and everything got delayed. And yes.
Maybe I should schedule these things during the time everyone gets sick next
To be
time.
fair, how
But,
you
I mean,
scheduled this one was perfect. I'm happy I was able to make it, so that's great.
Yeah, so Oda knows, we discussed this before, that Roger was coming on. That's why it was such a good chapter this week.
That's right.
It's so we need to, I think we said this last time, we need to have Roger on more, so there's just like banger chapter after banger chapter. You can't have too much of a good thing. It dilutes the whole thing.
Exactly. You got to be special. I'm
yeah.
a little sprinkle you put on the top of your birthday cake. I've always
literally
called
once
Roger
a little sprinkle I put on my
right.
birthday
That's
cake.
right.
Well,
And if it was December, I just missed your birthday last year. Unfortunately, I apologize. But,
Yeah.
This year,
Well, so long, YouTube sensation. Hello, little sprinkle.
little sprinkles actually
There
fire.
it is.
Is it?
I love it.
We'll ask the YouTube comments for that.
I like it.
Also, Roger, great having you back. Roger, for those who don't know, was also, we were talking about it just before, like a constant mainstay during Whole Cake Island.
That's right.
Which feels like eons ago, because it kind of was eons ago. Pre-pandemic.
Yes,
and so on.
Pre-pandemic.
Yeah. So yeah, we're always glad to have Roger on.
Always glad to be here.
News. Always glad to have you. I have to have the final word in being happy.
Please, go ahead. Fine, that's fine. Yeah, I hate you too, man. It's fine.
No,
by all means, it's fine. Go ahead.
No. So, did you guys see the trailer for the One Piece live action that just came out this past week?
No, I'm kidding.
Yes.
There's a new trailer.
From
I had no idea. Wow.
I'm sure you was that. Were you
I think
being serious?
Ken can really like sell the sarcasm.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, no, it's great. I love that trailer. I was already hyped for it. Now, like, I'm more sold than ever. And I think that, like, to people who don't watch One Piece, that new trailer, again, Come Sail Away is, I don't know how good that is for, but people who don't know will like, oh, they'll eat that up. It's good for the common folk.
I was like, oh, a needle drop. I mean, I guess this is Netflix, and I wonder also if like they had just gotten the rights to a whole bunch of '80s songs during like the Stranger Things run.
I didn't even consider
so they're
that.
Like,
sure.
Yeah, it's
that
like, well,
sense.
we've got this, so let's just plop that on there, and it worked out. No, I think it's a lovely trailer. It's really cool. It actually got me. I popped at the stuff that you wouldn't think that I would pop at.
The unluckies.
That's still amazing to me. The fact that they actually did
Mr.
CG
13,
Unluckies.
like just like waddling around. Like I'm actually kind of like I'm kind of shocked at the budget. Like, because I feel like compared to the first season, relatively like much higher.
Oh yeah,
especially in the effects department. Like they're going all in on the little beasties, and I'm really loving that. Doesn't appear that Karu is going to be in this season, but I have a feeling that he'll probably show up in season 3 because, like, there's no reason to have Karu on like with the crew.
I also kind of think they might be like withholding him because of Vivi. Right, I feel like that's a big.
Yeah,
I think there's a lot of stuff that's like cut around or that they're not showing because of the fact that they don't want to like spoil the Vivi twist for people.
Sure, no, I totally get that too.
I think at the very least we'll see. I think you're right in that he's mostly Alabasta, but we're definitely going to see a glimpse of him this season, no doubt about it.
Yeah. He's very important in Alabasta. That's for certain. What else made me pop? I really loved like Wapol, of course.
Yep. Correa.
Something else. Correa, that was nice to see. Kay Segal finally and the makeup and stuff. But everybody who's followed the podcast for a long time knows that I am a Whiskey Peak lifer, and this is some of my favorite stuff in the series. So I'm especially looking forward to seeing that stuff. Mr. 9 looks incredible.
Were you popping off when you saw the bakery scene with Luffy and Igaram? It's like the level of detail they went in to like show all the different buildings. It's amazing. Yeah, it's
really great. The thing I really appreciate about everything in the live action is the production design more than anything else. The commitment to actually building sets and doing a lot of actual props and stuff, like practical effects and all that. Like they could have just as easily I don't know, did what they've done with Iron Man and just like dress him Robert Coletti up and like just blew whatever and then CGI'd whatever the crap over him. But no, that's a prosthetic mouthpiece. That's crazy.
Prosthetics always look better with that kind of thing.
I love that.
You want to be able to mix and match that kind of stuff. I think the dinosaurs I thought looked great on Little Garden.
So there's another Netflix show called like Dinosaurs or some shit.
That's like, the one where
and I wonder if they're like, and I wonder if they've shared assets. Like that's I don't know.
They do look very good. Yeah.
You're
very suspicious. You're cynical about Hollywood.
I'm not cynical. I'm just saying, like, what would be the most cost-effective way to do this? Yeah.
I still am blown away by Laboon. I think Laboon, they really nailed like
Laboon looks incredible.
A terrifying, because the first time we saw Laboon in one of those early teasers, right? Like Laboon looked menacing. But then when you get that shot of Laboon coming out of the water in this new one, I'm like, oh, they actually made Laboon cute. So they hit a good mix, I think, and that's very hard to do with that look. Yeah,
I think they did a better job with that than the Going Merry which still looks somewhat horrifying.
I agree.
Yeah,
Like it looks like it's got like the bones or whatever. I really do love
it's cool, but it's not cute. I wouldn't.
The pirate mark, that Luffy's pirate mark on Laboon. I like how it's not like one to one with the manga, and it has its own. It still looks like it's the same spirit
a little
of
more?
the. Yeah, it's really great. I'm very. I don't know. I'm really really excited to see this play out.
Laboon does look great. Everything I saw in the trailer looks very good. I'm, as always, cautiously optimistic. I think the casting has always been insanely spot on.
Oh, yeah.
The set design, as you mentioned, like, they put everything into that. And costume design generally to look one-to-one, whether or not you like that. It definitely looks one-to-one.
And the use of, like, color spread costumes and stuff, too. Like, I remember when we visited the set in Cape Town for season 1.
Mm-hmm. I forgot you did that.
Yeah, I remember still vividly, like, how blown away I was looking at the costumes and like seeing the amount of love and detail and like walking into the costume shop and seeing all the sketches based off of Oda's color spreads and being
I completely forgot you did that.
Oh, it was all the thing is, to be
it's
fair,
a cool video. I suggest to
a lot of people forgot I did it too because I couldn't post it for like 12 months because of the SAG strike. So I had so I couldn't even cover couldn't cover any of the stuff for season 1 until the strike was over. And so I had recorded it,
pretty wild,
uploaded, and then had to wait like another 7 months. And by that point, there were already things that kind of carried over into season 2 where it was like, well, I guess it's a good thing that I had to wait this long to upload it.
You could always, you should repost that.
Exactly.
It is a great video.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, you should.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of fun to watch too.
I think, I mean, it's worth mentioning too that I think there's a, I think it's going to, it's supposed to drop, I think, close to the release of season 2, but there's, a making of book or an art of live action One Piece book. So I think a lot of those sketches that you talked about might show up in that.
100%.
And I'm looking forward to that. Like the I am more than anything just really a fan of the projection design side of things here. Yeah. It's just real high quality stuff. At least from the viewer's eye. So that's always a plus.
And I'm
Roger,
just happy.
We have to have you.
Oh no,
we have to have you on when we talk about the live action in more detail.
100%. I mean, literally, it's the day after my birthday is when it comes out. My birthday's March 9th. It drops on March 10th. So if you guys do like a live action special or something, I'll definitely swing by for that.
Yeah, we'll bring. You could be the little sprinkle on top of our discussion.
I'll be your little sprinkle. Perfect.
That's some other. There's some related news, and that's that they're doing the fan events again.
Yes.
Let me get the full. So it's gonna be LA is the one, I assume. Roger, are you going?
Yes. Yeah, almost definitely.
Yeah, I assumed. Yeah. I was gonna assume that. That's on February 26th. It's in Mexico City on the 23rd. Brazil in March. Belgium for like a week. It looks like, and in Paris. Milan for the Olympics, I assume. No, on March 6th through 8th. Is it still going? I don't think the Olympics are still going on then. Malaysia, Tokyo, Jakarta, Bangkok, Manila, Taiwan, and Cape Town, because how could you not?
Of course.
In Cape Town. So it looks like it's through March, the latest, but like leading up, it's the 10th that the season 2 comes out, right?
I think it's it. Yeah, March 10th.
There you go. So very, very excited to hear more about that. I'm sure that'll be great. In completely different news, there is good news because I think it is probably to celebrate season 2 of the Netflix coming out. The first 155 chapters of One Piece are free through Viz.
Nice.
Until April something. I'm so prepared. April 10th. That would make sense. That's a month after it comes out, so maybe that's why. There's also they're doing that like East Blue challenge thing again through Toy. Is there a prize or they're just challenging people? Maybe it's just their pride that they have to put on the line.
I mean, just by the way, I feel like Ed would normally come in with this sort of stat. Chapter 155 is it's basically, I think, where the season 2 is going to end up. That is the chapter where Crocodile makes his actual first public appearance.
That makes perfect sense.
as the hero of Alabasta. I think that's a great way for the season to potentially end. So.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm already a subscriber for the Shonen Jump, but I want to reread those again. It's been a while since I've done like a full reread, and I know once I get to, especially like Alabasta, I'll be hooked in and have no free time again.
That is, to be fair, that's my plan. Literally later this year, I've been holding off. That's like it's not like an emergency button type thing but for all the One Piece YouTubers, we're all like, when are we finally going to bite the bullet and like do a reread? And I was thinking about it. I really do feel like right now I'm going through a manga read through for the first time of Bleach. Because Thousand Year Blood War, the anime.
I saw you doing that.
Right, and it's been really fun doing it each of the break weeks of the manga. I've been covering...
Had you watched the anime? This was your first time with Bleach,
experience.
Right?
And in fact, 2 years ago or 3 years ago when I did the Naruto one, was my first time watching Naruto, so I had no experience. One Piece was my only love as a kid, so I got to experience all of Naruto, and now I'm doing all of Bleach, and when Bleach is over, I feel that'll probably be the time to be like, all right, now I'm going to jump back to the beginning and like read all of One Piece, because I do feel like by this time next year, we're like entering Final War, like we're getting there, so it's close.
To be fair, you probably said that last time you were on.
To be fair, we did, but I think we are like hitting 2027, and that's like the anniversary.
My wife was
there's
like,
stuff happening.
Didn't you say this is ending soon? And I was like, I mean, kind of, but like I still think. I mean, like, story-wise, we're definitely, you could feel it. Like, and this chapter, I think, goes to that.
Definitely, yeah.
But I don't know. I used to say 2027, but no way in hell, in my opinion, is it ending.
I think though, that's the cheat, right? Is that I think there's a way he can get to a point where you're like, oh my gosh, are we actually like at the end in 2027? And it's like, oops, surprise, here's another 3 years of the final arc, you know? Like, I think that is probably more of what we're looking at. We're not necessarily, it's like wrapping up next year, obviously.
Well, let me know when you press that button.
I will.
For the reread,
I will let you know.
Because I need to... No, you don't have to.
It'll be like Attack on Titan. 2027 is when the final arc will actually begin.
Exactly.
It'll be the final
part
one.
Part 6.
110%. See, Marianne, that's beautiful. I'm also an Attack on Titan fan. That's exactly right. It's the triple final season technique. That's...
I'll say for Bleach, and then I'll move on to One Piece again. But I was on Quest for the Best recently, and it was sold to me as Tite Kubo trying to do like a Sailor Moon like type of thing, like Magical Girl series, and it completely changed my perspective on Bleach. Like I'm like, wow, that's pretty. That's yeah.
I gotta say, I'm enjoying it. I really I didn't know what to expect going in. I had like heard music. Just because, like, when you're going to anime conventions, right, and you're a person of our age, right, I think, like, you just hear Bleach. And so you know certain songs. And so I think for me, there was always stuff that I had recognized, but not that I had known. So that, like, when you get to certain moments in the manga and you see certain characters, I was like, oh my god, that's the character I've seen cosplayed at events for the last 20 years. That I had no idea who
they all are kind of wearing the same thing for a point in time.
Right, but there are a couple pretty distinct ones that again, I have no idea they were even from Bleach. So it's cool to like actually see them do something.
It was a brutal week-to-week thing.
I can imagine.
That's why I fell off. It's I don't. Or did you finish it? Or where were you right
I'm at chapter 341 right now. So I'm about halfway. I'm literally at the halfway point of the series. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that like Hueco Mundo? Like,
yes. I just finished that. We're in.
That's weird.
Attack. That's amazing, though. You knew that. Yeah. It's the beginning of the Karakura Town fight stuff.
Okay. I fell off around.
I fell off. I think I stopped
that.
reading about when Ikaku and Bankai, because that's like. He was like my favorite. He was my favorite guy, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. He went Bankai.
Everyone has a favorite guy.
Yeah.
And then I totally stopped reading it. Well, Kurosushi was my favorite.
Which one was that?
Kurosuchi, the Frieza character, the scientist dude.
Yeah, it's
also Kubo's favorite.
Ryusei Nakao's character. Yeah. I did. I think go back and read his very last chapter, like his very last fight, which I guess you haven't gotten to.
I haven't gotten to yet. No. I'm looking forward to it. I also like that character, though, so I feel like I'm excited.
Yeah, no spoilies. Yeah.
Well, I think if you go in now, like, if I ever do a reread, I'm going to go in with the magical girl thing. Like, he was trying to rip off, what's the Yu Yu Hakusho Hunter x Hunter author? Tagashi, but his wife is what he was trying to rip off. That's... Anyway. now that I've angered all of those fans, I think
They don't listen to this show.
Yeah, this is a
That
One
is
Piece
absolutely
podcast.
true.
They're not here. Yeah.
Okay, we're going to talk about, though, I'm very excited to talk about this week's chapter. We have some dads on, me and Alex at least, to talk about Manga chapter 1174. So let's get straight into it right after this. This is the manga recap for chapter 1174, The Strongest Thing in the World. This chapter and all chapters are available at shonenjump.viz.com or mangaplus.shueisha.co.jp. You can read them for free, legally, worldwide. The same time it comes out in Japan. That's pretty incredible. Let's first bring in Stephen Paul, and by that I mean I will bring in a comment that he sent me, and I will read it. And he says... can I do a Stephen Paul? No one can do a Stephen Paul impression. Alex, can you do a Stephen Paul impression?
Maybe give me the thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, Joe.
Put it in the chat.
I'm putting it right now. Yeah, go.
All right, is this it?
This is it.
Okay.
I'm excited for this. Okay.
All right. Let me think about it.
If anyone can do it, it's Alex.
Okay. Okay. Good. I got it. After the chapter was released, the Eiichiro staff account on Twitter issued a correction to the title of the chapter. Where it was previously written using kanji, it is supposed to be written all in hiragana. While it doesn't change the English translation, this makes it implicit that the title is structured like the essays the Elbaf children were writing in school.
It's so subtle. I see what you were doing. I think that's a hard one.
You nailed it.
Very hard.
I mean,
think you did nail it.
Here's the thing. Steven just sounds like a regular guy.
That's the problem.
But you added the because I saw all of us do it live on the thing when I heard
Yeah, he'll do that. Like, everybody has, like, an activator. Like, that's the one.
Yeah. I think it was pretty good. I couldn't do that if you paid me because, as you said, he just sounds like a guy. Yeah, so I thought that was pretty interesting. What? So that was pretty interesting. Alex, do you want to read what's going on the cover story?
Sure. We're not reading One Piece anymore. We are reading Super Mario Odyssey.
Nice. Very timely. Very good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very good.
Roger has given his cappy to a Tyrannosaurus, and now he's the Tyrannosaurus. That is what is happening.
That was very nice of you, Roger. Actually, this is perfect that you came on this week for this. Yeah.
Well, the reader request is Roger going on a walk with a Tyrannosaurus he tamed like a puppy, and this is from Tokomon. It's exactly what it looks like. It looks like he stole some pants from a white beret.
Roger, you mean?
Roger, not the Tyrannosaurus.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Those are white beret from One Piece, which I guess that's not a term that exists.
Yeah. But it's funny because Wiper's got a mustache. Super Mario has a mustache. They both have, caps that will transfer their soul into the body of whatever you put on it.
Did you say Wiper has a mustache? Because that's Roger.
Did I say Wiper?
I do not have a mustache, but this Roger has a mustache.
You know what? Wiper
and
does have
I do like Wiper. Wiper is cool.
I think you could rock a mustache, Roger.
My dad had one for years, and then he shaved it off, and then I cried, apparently. And so he grew it back, and then eventually it took until I was like 30 or something for him to finally fully shave it off.
That's so funny. I'm not allowed to shave my facial hair.
My dad has had a mustache for at least 40 or 50 years, and he shaved it during COVID, and everyone's like, no, go back. No.
Yeah, don't do that. Yeah,
don't do that again. But I was curious. I was morbidly curious. What could be under there that he's hiding?
I've never seen my dad without a mustache. It's very funny.
I can't. Yeah.
But if I said Wiper, I don't know why that was a Freudian slip, but
no, because you mentioned the white berets.
I know why you said Wiper. No, the reason you said Wiper is because the very first episode I was ever on, because I vividly remember this. Very first episode I was ever on, there was a fake ad for butt wipers, which was the name of like a dude wipes. Remember? And there was like the photoshopped image of wipers sitting on the toilet.
I remember this.
Where it's like, don't use pumpkins, use butt wipers.
That's funny.
Wow, that's a 2016 or 2014?
Long time ago. Yeah.
15.
Yeah, you know what? That's got to be it.
That's it. That's why.
That's definitely it. That's that. There it is. That's why.
That's what was in your head, Alex.
Cool. Anybody else got anything to say about this cool?
It's cute. It's really cute.
Yeah, it's super cute.
I like this one a lot.
Marianne?
this is totally just a me thing, but did anyone else see the face in the top right corner?
No.
Face in the top right corner
With the the negative space, the two, like, it looks like two eyes and a nose and a mouth.
Oh,
the,
whoa! It looks like Doflamingo glasses with the palm trees. I had to squint and take off my glasses. I actually see it now. Oh, yeah. Weird.
I saw that first. Wow. I'm like, oh, what is that? Like,
oh, I see it now.
I get it. Yeah.
I kind of see
totally
it.
Not relevant. It's
not.
It's a me thing.
At first, I was about to be really mad at you, Ken, because I famously cannot do magic eyes, and I thought this was a.
It's kind of like a magic eyes.
A little bit.
You can't do magic eyes, Alex?
No, I can't. I've never been able to do it, and everybody's like, "Oh, cool, a dolphin." I'm like, yeah, okay. This just looks like a pattern to me. Piece of shit.
It's a schooner.
Yeah, it's a sailboat. You dumb bastard.
Wow, you get angry about that.
It's not a schooner. It's a sailboat. Yeah.
Okay, Alex, why don't we start the chapter?
Why don't we? All right. So when last we left everybody, the giant Nika Sleeptid basically crashed into the kidnapper ship and was destroyed, and that's where we leave off. Summers looks at the basically the havoc that the Sleeptid has wrought and goes, "Ooh, that's bad! Stupid Sleeptid! Ooh, I lost the ship and I lost the sea clouds." And we see this really great overhead shot of this just giant hole in the clouds, where there is just an abyss. So we see the giant veiny shaft of a branch, with the kids walking on it, with the arrow pointing out towards nothing, just leading to their doom.
Marianne was disturbed by your use of shaft.
You did not have to say it that way.
But it looks. Have you seen the map? Have you seen the map?
I'm so sorry, but it's like we've mentioned. I feel like we've mentioned every single episode at this point, and I feel like it bears mentioning again. Oda did not have to do this. He did not have to. He did not have to draw
noticed that, and now
veins.
I can't unsee it. And
I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you, Marianne. I've never noticed that in my life, which is crazy. And now I can't unsee it.
A fan pointed it out, and now, or maybe Alex. I don't know.
No, it wasn't me. I've barely been on the podcast lately.
It must have been Alex then. Womp,
I was waiting for the zoom in.
Yeah,
damn it. Okay.
That would have been a good,
So yeah, Summers is still riding on his little like thorn snake or whatever. By the way, I love when Oda does this shit. Like I think the same thing happened with Perispero. He's just riding on a fucking candy slug or whatever. I just made this thing. I'm not gonna even explain it. So Summers is continuing to monologue to himself, ooh, this looks really bad for me. The power of the arrow is still active. The kids are gonna walk themselves right off the edge and splatter onto the mountainside below. And he gets on his first he sort of gets on his little phone snail and he goes, Gunko, stop the kids, Gunko, we need to pause the operation. And then he thinks to himself,
look at the thorn snake's face there. That's an incredible face.
It looks like the Beetlejuice snake,
the sandworm from Beetlejuice.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, we have this. We kind of pull back and we sort of see the Sleeptids wreaking havoc in the background, and Summers is on top of his sandworm talking, and he kind of stops himself a little bit and says, "Wait, that won't work. Great Emu's inside of her right now. If I could just undo that arrow." But don't worry, the giants are trying to do that for you, Summers. The parents and grandparents of the kids are doing their damnedest to try and break the arrow, hitting it with axes, biting it, pulling it, but to no avail. What's it made out of? We can't even scratch it. And then we hear, "Mommy, Daddy, help!" from one of the kids. I'll refer to the spreadsheet when we can get a clearer look at who that is. Doesn't matter who. And Summers says, "It's pointless, you clowns. If you could stop it, I would have done so already." And then Summers got an idea. He got a deliciously awful evil idea. He says, "Wait."
His heart shrunk 3 sizes that day.
Yeah.
He's like the Grinch looking down at
you could probably do a good Grinch impression. Just do Summers as the Grinch for the rest of the read through.
Yeah. No, that's true, like yours. Who are you doing as Summers right now? It's perfect.
I don't know. I wasn't doing an impression.
I
just,
like it. It's good.
Sounds like a
Yeah.
Hanna-Barbera villain, and it feels right.
Alex was doing his Stephen Paul impression
Stupid. Oh God,
That's
no.
that's my Stephen Paul impression. So he begins an inner monologue, and he says, "Wait, all those parents, right at arm's length, unable to touch due to the thorns, and forced to witness their beloved children plummet to their deaths." And we go to the next page. "No, that's a deliciously depraved way to die." As he huffs and huffs.
Stop making him likable. Like, I don't like this
my
out.
God.
How is that likable?
That's
It's
like
definitely
because
not likable.
It was a funny voice. How did you?
He's too horny. He's got the face of Dice from Film
Yes,
Gold, right?
yes.
Same
Sure,
face
sure.
that Dice makes whenever he gets.
No, this is like a very
Get
Oda. This is an Oda face that he does a lot.
No, he's
Usually
having
it
a lot
has
of
the-
fun with this.
It usually is the piece of drool coming out, so I'm happy that that's not quite
He's
as
got a
relevant.
snot.
I mean, he's got a little drool on the edge of the tongue right there, but it's
Yeah,
the
but
snot
usually-
hole that I think really. Yeah.
Usually it's like
Yeah.
the little like.
It's his little
it's
snot that I
gross.
like.
Yeah. Still gross. He's still awful. I like the voice Alex was doing. But please.
Sure.
continue.
So then, he puts his sunglasses back on and goes, "And I think it's worth it. And if anyone's at fault here, it's the Great One who's controlling Gunko's body. We can always march more kids over here." And
blame
then,
the boss. That'll work out great.
oh
Right,
yeah, no, he goes, "Call their names, scream your family love to the heavens. This is the real stuff. This is emotion." And he gets back on his transponders now and says, "Ahem. Listen up, all you brats and PTA members."
The ones from the SBS.
That's right. Oda's basically calling out
He is, yeah.
the PTA here. "We were planning to have you taken safely and smoothly to the Holy Land, but due to an unforeseen accident, we seem to have lost the ship and the sea clouds it rested upon." And we see the sleep kid still stabbing the ground in the background. And this means you'll be reaching your goal via the hilarious, tragic conclusion of falling to your deaths. We have that overhead shot again, but we kind of zoom in a little bit more because the kids they're getting closer and closer to that empty dock, and the kids are starting to notice, hey, there's nothing there. If we keep walking, we're gonna fall off.
These kid voices are great too. What the heck?
I'm on fire tonight. And here comes Oimo, who says, "There's no way I'm going to let him keep going, even if I have to give up my arms to do it." And he just tries to hold on with all of his might, his granddaughter, right? And those thorns are going...
I think
Olav,
Olav's a
thank you.
boy.
Olav is the boy.
Yeah,
According
he's a boy.
to the sheet, the reference sheet.
That's right.
Well, I did put pronouns because I really don't know any of them.
Well, if I had a third monitor, I would have the spreadsheet up on that.
Everything.
Yes, the spreadsheet with the giant kids. That sheet, yes.
Should we stop mentioning that?
Cusco's spreadsheet.
Cusco's spreadsheet.
Thank you.
That's good. I love it.
And Olav goes, "Grandpa Oimo," and very clearly in pain with a stab. Summers is still on the loudspeaker. "Oh, I'm afraid there's nothing you can do." And
It's
Killingham
like Winnie
is...
the Pooh mixed with the Emperor, and appropriate.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true. Killingham is just sitting there kind of pissed off and goes, "What does Summers think he's doing? It took forever to get those kids to the port."
Marianne.
The deacified Killingham. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Diaz.
Yeah, the one that we all don't like the design of as much.
Yes.
Yeah. He's a pretty boy now. Marianne.
Okay. All right. So we see Oimo crash to the ground and he says, "Damn it." I don't know if that's him screaming still, but I think it's him going, "Arg." And then the kid, I presume, we just said his name, Olav? is saying,
Olaf, yeah.
not to be confused with Olaf, is saying, "Ow, stop it, Granddad Oimo, that hurts." And then he lets go and he grabs his very bloodied arm and he says, "I'm sorry, kids, forgive me." And then it looks like we got the old lady whose kid was scared of her in the background going, "Oh my, Oimo." It says, "Okay, Huff, that settles it. As long as that arrow doesn't disappear, there's no way to stop the children for sure." And then we pan over and we see Ripley, and she says, "There's so we can't save them anymore." And another mom presumably says, "Oh no." Oimo's hands, by the way, are super duper bloodied just from trying to save his poor grandson. We get another overhead shot of the kids marching to their inevitable doom. As someone says, "All we can do is watch helplessly as our children plummet off the edge before our eyes. If they fall into the underworld, we'll never even find their bodies. Curse you, foul demons!" As all the loved ones of these kiddos stand on top of the cliff looking down. And, of course, Summers is just laughing and laughing because he sucks. Next page. If it will load. Thank you, Internet. There we go. Then we get these kids in a row, and one of them in the back is saying, "I think heaven is punishing me for doing bad things." Another kid responds, "Huh?" And then one of the little girls says, "That's what they said when I got scolded, too." "Me, too. I wish I'd been a good boy." "So we're all gonna die because we were naughty?" "No, I don't wanna!" And it zooms out, and you see all the kids crying for their life. "I swear I'll be a good girl, I swear! Help us! Spare our lives! I'm sorry!" And Summers again, with that shit-eating grin on his face.
God, that face. That
Sunglasses
fucking face.
Sunglasses off so you can see just how giddy he is about
I need
his...
to take my sunglasses off to be really evil. Doflamingo never even got to that point.
Right? It's
No,
awful.
he didn't. You're right. Did laying still in a belt down with his sunglasses on. That's right.
So the kids, I believe. So I made a spreadsheet for those who don't
which
know.
is good. I didn't want to go back and forth and try to...
No, I get it. So from right to left in this line is Mag, who has no relatives that we know of. We have Karen, who also we get introduced to their mom a little bit later.
Or is it Corinne?
Corinne. No, it's Karen.
It's probably Karin. It's probably
No, it's
Karin,
probably-
knowing Japanese pronunciation.
Well, but it's supposed to be. But it's probably based on Viking something.
Sure, yeah.
Who is this? Is that eight?
That Bent? No, Bent is back behind there.
Maybe
no,
that's-
it's one of the.
Is that Olaf?
Who is that?
I think that is Olaf, actually.
That is Olaf. That is Olaf.
Yeah.
So that's Oimo's grandson. Then I believe that's Scaldi, who we don't know anything about except that he has cool goggles. And then Yiva. Am I pronouncing that right? Yiva?
Well, you got to say it correctly. You got to say it the way Wally would say it. You
Yeah.
That is Jarl's great granddaughter. Who you would think actually everyone probably is, because it gets to a point where it's like, okay. And Colin, of course. Gabon and Ripley's son, believe it or not. Yeah, please.
Believe
Thank
it
you,
or not. Speaking of Colin, he's in the next panel. He gets a nice little close up and he says, "I won't be bad anymore." And then we get a short little flashback, and it's his mom saying, "Remember, when you're a bad boy, the sun god is watching." "Yeah, but I won it in a duel, so it's mine now." And he's proudly displaying a doll that looks so suspiciously a lot like Emmett. He's a little robot guy. showing off to his mom. And then the next panel is her yelling at him, saying, "If you're that strong, you should be gentler to the weak. Now go and apologize," as she pinches his ear. Good mom.
Can we talk about the Emmett doll for a second there? That I think has some pretty cool implications.
Yeah.
Especially considering like the mural and and we're gonna get right back to that, I'm sure, at the end of this chapter as well.
Oh, absolutely.
There's like so many connections and cyclical kind of things with the Laurel One Piece going on here. It's
Let's
very
talk
cool.
about that at the end. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sorry.
This is one of the few times I would say that. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. And then we get poor little Yiva who's crying. And then you see her mom who looks a lot like Ginny, but that's another story. Why did you leave so much on your plate? Do you hate my cooking that much? But the carrots. And she makes a little face.
Now, this is a conversation. This is probably the most relatable. Oh, actually, the one after this, too. Oh, my sword,
Yes, this one is. Let me see if I can figure out which kid this is. This is
Scaldy.
Scaldy.
I keep reading it Skibbity, and I know that's not what it is.
Oh my god.
Scaldy toilet.
Oh my god. So this is Scaldy, and Scaldy's mom, who is scolding
I'll write it down.
them.
Yeah, that's better.
Scoldy.
There you go. There you go.
And she says, "Hey, don't take your father's sword out again." And he goes, "Nah," and sticking his tongue out and his hands covering his ears. He's cute. And then we have...
Sorry I said that about your Skibbity Scaldy.
Skibbity Scaldy getting scolded. Then we got Olaf, and he's got his fingers pulling out his cheeks, saying, "I hate you, Grandpa. You're a barbaric pirate." Yeah, little shit. And then let's see, Corinne, whatever. With her mom. And her mother is saying, I like the baseball cap her mom's got on. Anyway, "Why did you lie to me again? How can I keep you safe if you won't be truthful with me?" And she's looking like pouty as well. And then we get the kid who looks like Frankie. Mag, that's his name. He says, "Why did you, that's what it, I'm not sure. I guess that's his mother talking. Why did you bring that to school?"
No, this is him.
This is him talking. Okay. "Why did you bring that to school? I forgot my homework on purpose because I didn't do it." Okay, yeah, there we go.
Yeah, you've never left your homework at home on purpose because you didn't do it and you just want to say you forgot it because it's less embarrassing?
No, I
assume
lied
that's what it is.
and said that I never got the homework. That's so weird. Huh.
That's the way to do it. That's the
did
way
that.
to do it. That's what you
I
should
don't know if
recommend to
that's
all.
gonna.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's
These
gonna
days
work.
everything is digital, but back in the 90s and early 2000s, that was
That's right.
easier to say.
ChatGPT ate my homework.
I mean, to be fair, that's how that works. Yeah.
When I was in second grade, I got by the entire grade by stuffing everything in the back of my desk. And then I tried doing it in third grade, and I lasted like 2 weeks before I got in like huge trouble.
Oh no!
That third grade teacher was on to you.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. She was like, "I ain't no fool."
Yeah, no, kids always think they, yeah.
Yeah. I was a pretty good liar as a kid. I don't know about you guys, but
That's why you're an actress.
yes, exactly.
Yeah,
It's true. There you go.
Also, my brother was the shittier kid, so I got away with more.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it. That's what I did.
There
It's
you
true.
go.
Yeah. If my sister's listening, I mean, no, go ahead.
Speaking of kids, they are getting closer and closer to the edge, and poor Colin and the rest of them are crying. I don't want to die, Mommy! And then suddenly, swish! Huh? Colin! It is in fact, Ripley is there, right at the edge. And we go to the next page, and she holds him. She holds him to her, even though the thorns that cover his body are piercing through hers now. And she says, "Come here, baby," as he cries. She says, "I'm sorry, I wasn't able to stop you." And he's crying, looking at her all shocked, and she's bleeding from every orifice, it looks like. And she holds on to him, but the arrow is still pushing, and he says, "Get away from me, Mommy! You're gonna die!" She says, "I don't care. I won't let you die alone, as she smiles. And we see this side view of them about to be pushed over the edge.
This like particular panel also kind of reminds me of Olvia, like that very classic panel. I mean, it wasn't the same context, but it's like I'm happy to die for you. I just want you to be happy. Something along those lines. And here we have all of the parents, grandparents, familial relations beginning to hug their thorned kids as the arrow in the foreground points straight off the pier into the nothingness below. And you see each of wait, I should have my own spreadsheet out here. We have Yiva yelling, saying "Mama" with her right there. This is, oh my god, who is this? Like,
y'all are doing this to yourself. There's no.
Yeah,
everyone listening to this right now is like, good on them for having a
all right,
spreadsheet.
Hold on.
But...
I got this. That's Scaldi. That's Olaf. That's Corinne, and that's Mag.
Mag. I know at the end. But the thing is, after this episode,
spreadsheet readers, yeah.
After this episode, we're gonna freaking know this, and it's not gonna matter at all.
No.
That's how that works. Anyway,
and then there's Mag.
So yeah, you got. Okay, and then there's Mag.
That one's for Steve if he listens to this.
No, I get it. I get the joke too. Mama, mommy, grandpa, mother, ma, and you just get a sadistic Summers here just bawling in laughter. And then Ronya, everyone's favorite.
My baby.
That's maybe the wrong way to put it here. Like, don't worry, everyone. I'm sure we'll turn out just fine. Right, everyone? We're gonna
shut up.
Right? How's that the time, Ronya? And here we get Ronya's dad, who we saw feels like a year ago, probably. Or I forget. Ronya was before the flashback, I think.
Yes, yeah,
definitely. It was. I think that was the last time I was on. Was that bit.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Oh wow. So yeah, they've had the same teeth. That's how you know they're related. In One Piece terms, teeth is a way to know
and the
really?
Scorpion hair.
The same scorpion hair.
Oh, they have scorpion hair. How could I forget? Aw, scorpion hair and teeth. But this is I really like this moment saying, Ronya, I heard you earlier. You were so brave. As he's getting stabbed as well. Father, she says back, and here is Bent, the famous one who drew his mom as a sleeptid. And we did see the dad too, who was very terrified of that sleeptid. And mama, and remembering back now, what's the scariest thing in the world? And he says, my mama. And he apologizes. I'm sorry, I said you were scary. I don't know if she knows. Did she see the sleeptid? I'm trying to remember.
I think so. Those sleeptids were massive. I feel like everybody saw.
She must have seen it.
Yeah, for sure.
My son. No longer. No, anyway. That's fine, darling. Sometimes mommies need to be scary to keep you safe. Sure. And finally, you have, that's Johanna, right? Yeah. Saying, well, this one's important. They're all so lucky they have parents to hug them. Ken, I'm sure this will go fine.
And then it cuts to a flashback showing Angie saying, I can be like a mother to you. And she is, but you're not my mother. And then it cuts back and then it shows Angie embracing her, Joanna, just squeezing her tight. And Joanna in tears.
Joanna. No.
Is that, what are you referencing?
There's a song.
No, I also thought the same thing. We're going to totally different songs. In my head, I was
went
like,
to Sweeney Todd.
Me too. Thank you. See, I'm
Roger.
with the right team, right? I'm with the right people right now.
Yeah.
I'm literally sitting over here going, I feel you, Joanna.
I can feel your spikes inside me.
There you go.
Oh my God.
I'm at your window. Yeah, exactly.
So I went the other way around, and I was thinking, these are not Joanna's eggs. Like, that's...
Short.
Oh, well, I know what... Okay.
Short.
Skippy Todd. All right.
Oh my
Scaldy
god.
toilet or whatever.
Scaldy.
Oh my god.
Anyway.
Maybe I'm thinking of a different song and I'm just effing this up. Yeah, please go ahead.
Oh man.
Then we cut to Roto's brother, who I don't have the spreadsheet up. Who's Roto's brother?
That's
Bjorn.
Bjorn.
Baby Bjorn is what they called him in the family. Yeah.
And it's a flashback of him saying, "Don't show up at school. I'm embarrassed to have a nerd for a brother." And Roto is like, I'll try my best to hide my nature, with his big doofy grin and nose there. And then his brother is saying, "It's heavenly punishment." And then Roto coming in for the win here. Ultra Rare Bjorn! Running in and embracing his brother. And it doesn't hurt. And he's like, "Big Blooder." I just want to say all these scenes of just all the loved ones embracing the kids, just
extremely good.
They're so good and they're so varied, and it's showing all the different types of like love and connections and type of family there is. It's a very Oda. This is one of the best chapters we've had in a while. Oda really did a good job with this one. And then we continue on to Summers. Yeah. Look at that, like scraps of garbage pulling down to hell. It makes my heart tremble. Oh, what a saga of emotions. It could have been just 10 measly little brats if they only stood back and watched. Stupid mothers, stupid fathers, martyrs for love. Oh, I've got a stitch in my side. Such pointless deaths.
You nailed that laugh, man. That was good. That was really good. It's my check. Oh, I didn't even look. Oh, great. Oh, that's perfect. All right, great.
Yeah.
No, I'm good. I was admiring the laugh. That was fantastic.
I'll say, with this, I was thinking stupid mothers, stupid fathers. But Alex, that was really just for Alex.
Marge, is Lisa at Camp Granada?
There it is. Thank you. Roger.
So they don't end up landing at Camp Granada. They actually end up landing on the back of what appears to be, it looks like a mountain range at this point. You don't know really what this is, but you see this silhouette with these spikes, and then this little platform in the middle, and you hear thud. And the first group, you got Ripley and Colin looking there going, huh? As Ripley says, "Colin, where are we?" And Colin, looking up, looks at Ripley and looks at some of the other kids and says, "I don't know, but everyone's alive." And meanwhile, one of the kids is in the back suffering, going, "Ooh," and screaming, "Mommy." But you then have, "It's Gum Gum Tummy Cracker. Now you're poking me, so get off already." And you get this little moment with, Luffy, as we get this really awesome first glimpse, first shot of what they could have possibly landed on, with the eyes of Loki saying, "Listen up. Once we're up there, I need you off my back at once." And you get this little panel revealing that they're actually on the back of what appears to be a dragon-like creature. And you get the proclamation of, "You're back. This will prevent me from fighting." And then Luffy exclaims, and you can see a little bit of a glimpse of what appears to be Gear 5 Luffy, saying, "They just started falling out of nowhere. It was a good thing that we were passing by." And Loki immediately trying to, do the old Chopper thing of, "It's not like you like me or anything. I'm not a good guy or anything." He says, "It's not a good thing that we were over here. I'm a destroyer. I won't guarantee that anyone survives, but here goes." And you get one of those great little, like, Oda fade-in, like, little thin noodle panels where you see the beginning of snow dropping. And Summers, after coming out of his evil laugh, holds out his hand looking at the snowflakes and goes, "Snow? What's it snowing for?" As you then get another panel, really beautiful environmental panel, with some of the sleep cryptids still in the background with all these sound effects. You see the rumbling, and then, wait a minute, thunder? And then we finally get this beautiful spread of what appears to be the tree in Elbaf rippling as music is proclaimed. You hear the doom da da doom da doom da da doom, beginning of the drums of liberation, with snow falling down and lightning striking everywhere. You have some of the giants saying, "What's that? The whole tree is rippling." as again you get this cool cartoony, really visceral look of the tree just like swaying back and forth to the music. You see some of the other giants still in the main town as well, next to Jarl, saying, "What is this rhythm?" It seems as Elbaf itself is shaking, as you still see doom da da doom da doom da doom in the background. And Jarl proclaims that on an exceedingly rare day, when lightning and snow combine, a vast beast will blanket the sky with its presence. So obviously, things are coming true, things that have been prophesized for Elbaf after all these years. You get another shot of a crackle as you see the back of what appears to be, again, this Loki dragon forming out of view. As Jarl continues, saying, "And with the sound and the drums of liberation," and then suddenly, the shitting in green gets wiped off of Summer's face. He finally looks scared for the first time in this chapter. He goes, "Huh?" As you get another shot of Gunko Emo. Look it up. Gunko Emo? What am I saying? Gunko Emu. Gunko Emo. I guess she is emo right now, too. She's emo, too. That's fair. Two of them are looking on over, and as we turn the page, we get this absolutely incredible double-page spread of Loki in his devil fruit form. He is a giant dragon, presumably either like a dark purple or maybe like a deep black. We don't really know. We're going to find out once the colorization gets confirmed in the anime.
I think this might be an obscure.
Oh, it could be too, like a silhouette.
Yeah, almost like the details obscured, but enough that you can tell that, oh, this is a big ass dragon.
Yeah. And you get the continuation of what Jarl was saying on the previous page. That on the day with lightning and snow combining, that the vast beast will blanket the sky with its presence, and with the sound of the drums of liberation, the sun god will appear. And again, you get this great double-page spread of Loki in his dragon form, with Luffy jumping on the back of him in Gear 5 form, and our sweet little happy little Ratatoskr Ragnir hanging off of the other horn of Loki. As the drums of liberation are playing in the background, you see some of the music. You see actually Ragnir singing along with it, going coo-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee, which is, I also think, such a neat little touch. You got some of the other giants laying on the back of Loki going, "Ah, ha, 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 ha. I can't get over how huge you are." And again, I cannot express enough how cool this double-page spread looks, with all the cryptids that, were taking over Elbaf previously, looking up at shock at Loki as he's finally flying back up to the lair. You've got one of them getting knocked out on the bottom of the screen. You got another one, the ghost with the horns on its head, getting pushed aside. The giant skeleton one that was a threat a couple chapters ago just gets smacked off to the side like nothing. And again, the scale of Loki in this sequence cannot be overstated. I think you really start to realize how massive he is when you realize that the Luffy on the back of Loki right now is actually the giant Luffy from Egghead and the end of Wano. So realistically, Kaido, in his full dragon form that we saw in Wano Country, is the size of one of Loki's horns. That's pretty incredible.
If that.
If that even, right.
And the really amazing part is I was thinking of the song Rosanna from Toto, not Joanna, and that's where I was having...
Yes, that makes more sense. Okay.
Yeah,
It's not a song.
It took me that whole time to figure that out.
We got there, though. We got there.
I got there. I wasn't there, and now I'm still not there, but I found the answer to that. Amazing spread. That's the chapter. We're back in 2 weeks with a new chapter. I do want to say, I think I mentioned a few months ago how it is so rare to get a full 2-page spread with no other panels in them. And this is like the second one we've gotten in as many months. There was it in God Valley? I'm trying to remember.
I think it was God Valley was the last one. Yeah.
We definitely got one somewhat recently. And obviously the Five Elders in Egghead was
sure.
A recent-ish example. But Alex, I thought the same thing as you at first, that it was like a silhouetted version. But
no,
the fact I'm stepping back from that. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, if you look closely on top of Loki's head here, it looks like there's part of his helmet, which is why I think that, like, oh, this is like an obscured image. Like, we're not seeing the full detail as to what he looks like quite yet.
I think the bandage probably throws people off too. The bandage in the belly as well, because it looks like the belly is a lighter color, right? And you see the tongue sticking out in the bandage. But again, the eyes have this like flame effect to them.
It's what they used in the flashback when he first eats the devil fruit. Yeah,
right.
He looks so much like Maleficent from Sleeping Beauty.
Sure.
Maleficent.
I mean, in that they're both big dark dragons, yeah.
And like the flames in the eyes, and it's more of a European style dragon where Kaido was a Chinese Japanese style. Like,
well, I mean, you look at the Nidhogg reacting to him, which is really funny
because it's right. It's like, am I looking in a mirror right now? A very big mirror.
Are you my mother?
That's also awesome too, right? Because again, that version of Nidhogg that's on the bottom, that sleek cryptid, is like the nightmare that the kids had of what that dragon could look like. So the fact that the real thing is looking down and significantly more terrifying than the worst nightmare of these kids, I think is a really, really nice touch. Yeah.
True. Yeah, like, for example, Nika looked much more terrifying in their mind. A beard.
Right.
As we know from all our fathers' facial hair.
Sure, right.
Yeah.
I love the white outline, like the glow around like all the facial features too and the horns. It's such a cool image. Like, it's just a silhouette, it's fine, but like this looks great.
I mean, that's definitely an Oda thing for sure. Just to be like, well, this I need to give some detail here. By the way, Roger, speaking of Bleach, here you go.
Yeah,
dumping a whole well of ink all over the page.
That's right.
Oda does not normally do
right?
this,
Because it's dark space. Normally, it's like the negative space in Bleach, right? You're looking at just like it's all white and then like two little lines in the corner and a tiny little image.
But what's great is, Roger, so we were talking about like taking off your glasses. Like, this is like kind of a panel where it's like, I feel like the less detail you see, almost the crazier it looks, because it's the chaos below it. And as you said, the scale is mind-boggling. I always see those like stupid YouTube bait videos of like, here's each of the, and I'll watch them because I'm a human being. But like, this is the size, and you get bigger and bigger and bigger. This has got to be the biggest thing, I say with hesitation, that we've seen in One Piece. No, I feel like this has got to be bigger than Zunisha because it's bigger than the whole island.
I mean, you can easily fit.
Not bigger than the whole island,
there are multiple giants on the back of this thing right now.
True.
Which is also what's kind of wild when you think
yes.
about it. Mostly kids. But still, the giant kids are bigger than most adults, right? So
I would say that,
yes.
Well, let's say for the sake of argument that that Loki
let's break
here
this down. Let's get the books out. Let's get
is
some
as
calculators.
big as Zunisha, and I think
you must be this tall to ride Loki.
Yeah, and I think that's pretty.
I'll
good.
look this up. I'll write it.
I do think I agree with Alex though that Loki is probably smaller or equal in size to Zunisha.
Yeah,
I think it's similar. Yeah,
based on what we sort of know about the mural and the past and the fact that Zunisha is this age-old creature.
Yep.
Something resembling Loki's silhouette here as the Nidhogg shows up, of course, in the mural, and I feel like and you have to take the Sea Kings into account as well. Like, there's got to be like a series of just giant animals. I feel like it can't just be one.
Well, that's also, I think, a big thing about this chapter. I guess we haven't gone into like our thoughts on it, but just while we're on the topic of size,
we're still
on this last page. Like, this is so cool, man! Giant animal. But I do
size
think
matters.
You guys, yeah, right. I think one of the things about these last two pages in particular, like the chaos of it all and the size of everything, is like with the lightning going and the snow of the blizzard, and you've got the drums of liberation, and you've got Loki, and all these
squirrel
cryptids
in existence.
Right. The squirrel even, being that huge. Yeah. I think when you think about this, and you think about those statements years and years ago where Oda was like, if you thought Marineford was crazy, just wait till you get to Final War. Like, it's going to dwarf it. This was one of the first panels where I really was like, oh, I get what you mean. Because when you connect this with like, even the things that we got with the connection between the people of Fishman Island and Elbaf, right? And that connection with Shirahoshi and being the princess, and like you mentioned earlier with the Sea Kings, it's like when we are actually into this final conflict and you've got like Sea Kings rolling around in the waves as like you've got this giant Nidhogg Loki flying through the sky, and people are getting Domi reversied and potentially reversied by Luffy. Like things are gonna get nuts as we get into these last few this last saga of One Piece that we're in. And this really does kind of feel like the beginning of the end in terms of like the size of the conflict, right? They can only get bigger from here. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's definitely starting to. So, for the record, lengthwise, because height-wise, Zunisha's ridiculous because he goes to the bottom of the ocean floor.
Yeah.
But lengthwise, he's a little over a mile. So, Loki, in his regular size, is 3% the size around of Zunisha. That doesn't really give us any idea as to actually how big the Nidhogg or whichever version that we see here, but Zunisha may be bigger at the end of the day, because I guess if Zunisha had wings, he would be pretty insanely intimidating.
Sure.
If elephants could fly.
Yeah,
right.
Where's Steve Urko for this episode? That would have been the image right there. Yeah, sorry.
Just something to bring up. It's interesting that when they talked about Loki's devil fruit in the past, they said that only a true ancient giant would be able to utilize the fruit to its full potential.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if a normal-sized human ate the fruit, they wouldn't grow to this size. This is only because Loki is a massive ancient giant, probably. So he becomes this biggest version of the Nidhogg.
And there's not very many giants we've seen with devil fruit powers either. I mean, there's nothing to connect it with,
So Ken, did you put both of these things here? Joey posted one. So first of all, let me copy the image and stuff, but I think you remembered the mural, Roger. You talked about how at the top you see the Nidhogger. I assumed, I hadn't looked back, but Ken had already posted by the time I was gonna. But Joey also from our podcast, I think he was on last week. And he did the art, I think, last week as well. We have had posted the Punk Hazard dragon that was like all tame, and that is very similar, if not cuter, than we don't know the full Loki.
Well, we brought that up before, though, that it's the same.
Yeah, but now, did we mention it was a Nidhogg last time? Okay, well,
I mean, not last summer, but
not last summer, but
a couple times ago that I was on the podcast, I mentioned that the Nidhogg kind of looked like the Punk Hazard dragon. Everybody forgot about it, but that's okay.
See, I feel like I've been inundated with this for like months at this point now. Every single live stream, pretty much since like that mural panel, has been like, oh, Loki's gonna have a Nidhogg fruit, and that's gonna. So it's like, for me to finally see this, I was like, oh, cool. This is Oda's interpretation of like what's going on.
But the real Megillah.
Right.
So there's a few different dragons at Punk Hazard. I think I was thinking of the large one when you were talking. We're talking about, apparently they have number designations. 21 is the one that was posted by Joey. 13 is what I thought you were talking about, of course. Which, to be fair, also similar. I need to look at a side by side. I think. Okay, yeah. I mean, Western dragons.
I think Oda's saving that one
alike,
too.
I guess. Yeah,
Oda does love dragons, to be fair. I mean, even back in the day, I remember pre-Kaido reveal, right? When people were wondering...
Pre-One Piece in Wanted.
Wanted, exactly, right. It's like, dragons have always been a huge part of it, so I think seeing another character...
The Oppies arc.
Right? Oh my gosh, of course. How could I forget the first major filler arc, of course. It's just cool to see... like his interpretation of all these different cultures' dragons, and this one in particular, like Ken, you brought up the Maleficent connection. That style of just really horrifying looking Final Fantasy-esque almost dragon is like right up my alley. I love this. This is way cooler.
Me too.
Even than like what I would have expected Loki to look like in his devil fruit form. So I'm all about this. Yeah.
Are you a Final Fantasy 14 head? We had a lot on this podcast.
I love FF14, of course.
But not,
I know Greg
is
huge into it. Yeah, I know.
Yes,
yeah.
Greg is.
Of course, yeah.
Well, so like, I was looking it up. Is there a Nidhogger
There
in
is.
or Nidhogg
Yes.
in? Okay.
Yeah, in 14, yes. Yeah.
So that's the one Nidhogg I saw that looks similar to this. And we did like a dissection a couple weeks ago because of where was it? Wasn't there like a village or something that was mentioned that was in Final Fantasy recently?
There's been a lot of stuff.
Niflheim.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
What was Niflheim related to? I forget even what. Oh, that was the attack that Loki did.
Right.
Yeah.
And we were like, was that, I don't think that even came, or Nibelheim. That's what it was. It was Nibel,
Right.
and it was whether it was an F or a B. And I only think Steven was even thinking of Final Fantasy 7, I think that one's in, that when he was translating
Nibelheim.
that.
Right, sure.
Nibel, yeah,
right.
But Oda, we look through his old comments, talks about Final Fantasy all the time, and is clearly a big Final Fantasy head, which does not surprise anyone. So it would not surprise me if this dragon were based like, oh, I really like Final Fantasy 14, so I'm going to draw this.
I also fully believe, like, he's doing a really good job, and the reason why I think we're picking out, like, different pieces of the mythology and, like, connecting them to stuff, he's doing a really good job of taking Norse mythology and, like, mixing things together. So, like, I don't know if you guys had the conversation during the Ragnar episode with the squirrel, right? But, like, Ratatasker, who, friend of the show, Sungwon, right? Voices Ratatasker in God of War Ragnarok, right? That squirrel is, like, a huge part of Norse mythology. And so tying that squirrel in with, like, Ragnar and the idea of, like, this attacking kind of creature is a really cool, I think, twist on the idea of, like, these Norse characters and them folding into the world of One Piece. And I don't know, I'm loving it. I'm liking to see, like, I know some people want Jormungandr and the snake to come into it at some point, and, like, there's a lot of other things that people have brought up, right? And I'm in the same boat. It's like a why not type of thing. And I do feel like as we move further into this story arc, we're going to get more and more of that, of, like, Norse mythology being folded in kind of in unexpected ways. I mean, even if you look at the chapter, would have been like the end of the flashback, right? Where you get, like, the hybrid form of, like, Loki using his power for the first time. There were many people looking at that and going, like, oh, maybe it's going to be Fenrir, right? Because it had kind of, like, seemingly wolf-like features with the claws and everything.
Yeah.
And
I was gonna like pitch a little bit of a fit if it was Fenrir, just because, like, Yamato has a wolf power too, like, and that was the like.
Wolves
all right,
are cool, too.
just enough.
That's great. I love that.
Yeah,
well,
okay, Ken. You're
right,
the Yamato stan. Is that the right word?
Sure.
Okay. Marianne, thoughts on the chapter? Let's take a step back.
Yeah, sure.
You did. I want to give you props. I was going to, but we were kind of in a rhythm as to, like, the emotional, us being ridiculous, and then you just, like, really bringing the gut punch. Damn, being able to do real kid voices is hurts to listen to, but it's in a good way.
So I was glad you gave me those pages.
That's
to
why
do.
I gave you those pages. Yeah,
I had a feeling
because
that
I
might
know
have been
you
the
could
case.
do it.
Yeah. Oh gosh, no. This chapter, I was like a little when I read it this morning. I was a little weepy because I was not fully expecting it to go that, like, hard with the parents and family members of these kids, like, basically trying to sacrifice themselves is just so the kids aren't alone. Like, man, I'm not a parent. I have a cat. That's it. But, like, still, that's so. It was really good. And then obviously the Loki big devil fruit reveal is, like, sick. It's sick. And then you get this all juxtaposed with, like, Summers just being the worst. I mean, we've had worse characters, but I mean, he's up there. So it's man, I feel like the gut punches, they hit even harder, and, like, really seeing all these kids, and, you know, you have the thing, like, the part where the kids are like, oh, I think, you know, maybe it's my fault because, you know, I was a bad kid, and they were doing just typical kid stuff, like, nothing awful, just kid things, you know, that of course they're going to get scolded for, but, like, nothing, though. Oh, I'm going to die because I, you know, left my homework at home. No. And they don't know because they're kids and they're helpless, and it's such a terrible situation. But I loved it. I thought it was great.
Yeah, agreed.
That's the perfect
noise to describe.
sigh is,
Yeah.
like, excellent.
Yeah. Alex.
Yeah, okay. So,
okay?
no, I'm great. I'm just trying to figure out in the order of which I'm going to do this. So, first, I want to applaud Summers on being a total piece of shit. And just an incredibly fun villain to watch.
Not to interrupt you right away, but he feels the most like Spandam that we've had since Spandam.
Yes.
Well, because he's getting glee out of the misfortune of others, and you don't see that too much because I feel like the way Oda writes a lot of villains, there's a lot of method to their madness, but every once in a while he just creates a total piece of shit that I don't know. In this case, like we've talked about how we feel kind of bad that these god knights are really, really fun to watch be evil. He struck a very interesting balance where like you really hate them, but you also like, I don't know, you like seeing them chew the scenery a little bit.
They're good villains
they
because they
good
really,
villains.
truly, and absolutely suck.
Well, and they have a bit of like that
nothing
pre-time
redeemable.
skip goofiness too. I think it's like
Yeah.
you mentioned Spandam. I think that's right on. But even like a character recently that kind of felt very similar was Orochi in Wano Country. And,
no, Orochi's very much like that.
We had this conversation on the live stream this morning, like when I was reading it for the first time, and someone had brought up like, yeah, we haven't had a character this just like flat out evil and goofy at the same time since Orochi. And I basically made the argument, I'm like, yeah, but Summers is way worse. Because, like, Orochi, as a Kurozumi, right, still suffered within Wano Country. Like, the history of the family and, like, other stuff. At some point, Orochi was suffering as a person.
Yeah,
whereas
there's
Summers,
nothing tragic.
Right.
Yeah.
He was born into privilege as, like, the celestial dragon, became a god knight, likes watching these kids die. Right. He's just, exactly. He's existing to be a piece of shit. So it's like, we haven't seen something like this in a really
had, like,
long time.
a revenge trip.
Right.
Like,
whereas Summers is just a dick. Like,
well, and Summers also has the power to back up his villain. Yes. Like, Orochi sort of did, but he never really utilized it.
Right.
Whereas Summers is like the one at the top brass, basically.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Spandam was also uniquely infuriating because he didn't have that ability to back it up, but he was in a position of power and authority where it was like he did have that, like, and so Summers is kind of both in that he has the power and authority to back it up, but he also has the power, like the literal physical ability. And here it would behoove him, like career-wise or whatever you want to say, to just, put a stop to this, but he still is doing the wrong thing and doubling down on that just because he's so awful.
Well, no, I think a really big difference between him and Spandam is that Spandam still has ladder to climb and Summers doesn't. Like, Summers is literally just worried, oh shit, like the plan is ruined, what's going to happen? And I feel like, well, what's going to happen is you'll probably die.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
But I love how he is the type of shit heel that is just like, well, this isn't my fault. I mean, like, if it weren't for the fact that, like, Imu possessed Gunko, none of this would be happening. So
it's unbelievable
honestly,
that he's like my boss, the
I have an argument. Yeah.
That he calls the great Emu. Like, it's his fault. I'm sure the great Emu will understand that it is their fault that they effed all of this up.
Summers as a villain is just like, he's not just a terrible person, but he's also interesting. And we're gonna find a lot more about these guys moving forward in the story, obviously. So I don't know. I think there's something about these guys versus the Celestial Dragons, where the Celestial Dragons are sort of just like, they are literally one note and they're supposed to be that way. But there's layers of evil to these guys.
Sure.
And privilege and all that. So, enough about Summers.
Yeah.
Let's talk about being parents. So obviously there is a lot in this arc that hits differently when you have kids. We talked about, like, Loki's passed already, and that was in the throes of me being a like very new father at that point. I think Milo was like 4 months or something like that when that chapter came out. Maybe less, maybe less than that. I don't know. When did that chapter come out, Zach?
I gotta it was in the summer because it started. So
Okay,
it was you probably were in the early. I was gonna say for me it was Bonnie was right before my daughter was born and that's my daughter. So that was like
oh wow
Yeah.
It was like the real stuff with Bonnie was like I think I was on paternity leave like around there. Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, One Piece after you have kids really hits differently.
Yeah. I mean it's written by a dad and you could tell. And during the later part, obviously. But yeah.
So this chapter is called "The Strongest Thing in the World," which doesn't really get referenced ever by name in this chapter. The strongest thing in the world, but it's obviously the love of a parent, right? That's the strongest thing in the world, and I think it's really funny that
Now you're gonna make me cry.
Oda has like earned this reputation of saying like, oh, well, there are no mothers in One Piece because, the adventure doesn't start until like, mom's out of the picture, which, I think he's.
Did he say that as a 20-something? That's what I'm thinking.
I don't know. I don't remember which SBS that was, but that was way earlier. And I also do think that like, it's funny that like, because he said a thing like ages ago, people infer this about him. But like then we have this chapter where you truly see like the breadth of like this is what parentage is. Like we've seen a lot of really great parents over the last couple of years in One Piece. And I think it's really great that you introduce these kids, you introduce these parents like at the start of this story arc, and I feel like this couldn't be like there couldn't be better payoff than this. Like it's just so nice. It's and obviously it's a universal thing because everybody has parents. But when you have a kid, like you will literally do anything for your kid. If these parents didn't do this, it would not, like, this would not have worked. Like, if they sat there and just watched, like, oh no, my kid, and then they all got, like, saved by Luffy and Loki, it would not be, it would...
They'd be shitty parents.
It would be a shitty, it would be a shittier manga.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is what I'm saying here. So, yeah, I love this chapter for that alone.
Also, sorry, I just remembered something. Speaking of parents and shitty parents in some cases, didn't Loki's mother throw him off the very same cliff?
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well said. And Loki's the one who gets to rescue
underworld.
The kids.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Bring it full circle again.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice, Marianne.
That's a good catch. Yeah. Again, that's an excellent layer to this. God, I love this arc. So
yeah, you just that's like the second time in a row someone's pointed out something that's like very yeah.
I'm not going to talk about the Loki. I'm not going to talk about the Nidhogg because I feel like that's been talked to death already, and I'm sure we have more to say. But what I wanted to bring up is something that I think has gotten brought up before. That and now if you look in the spreadsheet, I color coded it a little bit while we were kind of going through the chapter because I feel like there's a Straw Hat equivalent to each of these kids. And I'm leaving Colin out. I'm trying to figure out where Colin is here because
Luffy probably, but yeah.
Well, here's the thing. So going through and seeing like how these kids interacted with their parents, that is sort of where I got my comparison for. For example,
I see what you did. Yeah.
So when in this on pages 8 and 9, is that what this is? 6. What's it? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. That spread there. where like the kids are sort of thinking about like, you know, when they were bad and their parents were scolding them. Colin at this here reads to me a little bit like Sanji. If you're that strong, you should be gentler to the weak. Like it's sort of a play on, you know, being kind to those of you who are weaker.
Yeah.
Eva
Kaban is his father, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
Since they have similar-ish
yes.
Philosophies.
Now, Eva, that to me, that's Nami. Do you hate my cooking that much? That is a direct. Oh shit! Sorry, Delana hit my mic. Sorry about that. Why did you leave so much on your plate? Do you hate my cooking that much? That is like 1-to-1 Belmere.
Yep.
That is Belmere. Next, don't take your father's sword out again. Okay, you're Scaldy. That's Zoro. Like, I'm not even gonna like. You use the word sword. Olav,
That's
I had
all,
a hard. Yeah, Olav, I had a really hard time with because Colin, like, I was assuming Luffy because he's the main kid. But I think Olav might be Luffy in this case. I hate you, Grandpa. You're a barbaric pirate. I hate you, Grandpa. You're a Marine, or I want to be a pirate. You know, like it's sort of a.
Well, it's funny because Oimo was like taken by the Marines for that, or like served the Marines for like 50 years. What was it?
Yeah, Karen, obviously Usopp. Mag,
Yes.
Obviously Frankie. Now here's where it gets
It's the
a
hair
little.
and the nose, and that's all you need, I guess.
Yes, when you go to the next spread, Bent. Bent is definitely Chopper. Who has the scariest mom? It's Chopper.
That's true.
Oh, yeah.
Sure, yeah.
And yet,
and she loves him
gotta
so
love
much.
them. Yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
Now,
Wow. Good.
now
good,
this is
good one.
where it gets a little tricky. Joanna or whatever we're calling her.
Rosanna is the song that I was thinking of, but please continue.
Rosanna Dana. She.
Stuck in my head.
I'm thinking Robin here, because she has no family, but who jumps in to save her, but the scholar, the teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I also thought about Bjorn being Sanji because he looks a lot like Sanji, and there's
Brooke was
And-
where I would think first, just
And
because.
and there's also like a sibling element. But here's the thing: we don't know enough about Brooke for me to like.
True,
I don't.
true.
We don't know enough about Brooke for me to personally like assign.
I think
What-
though that's coming. Not to cut you off in the middle of this.
No,
that's
please.
coming
Give it a
so
few
soon.
weeks.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
like
no,
give
no,
it
dude.
literally like a month.
100%.
Like especially because not to move away
I
from this
hope.
because this is great.
I hope a month.
I hope
Right.
a month, yeah.
But I really do think it's going to be soon because like Summers being the outright just piece of shit of the three of them, right? And Killingham being kind of mysterious and the stuff with the sleeping, like I don't know how that's going to come into play, but like the Gunko connection with
He's
Brooke, it's that. I mean, that's for sure going to come into
Yeah.
play, especially with like the idea that whether or not Brooke worked for her father or like what that relationship was like when she was a child. Ultimately, I guess I'll save talking a little bit about it once we're getting into talking about the chapter. But like, I think that has a very specific direction that's going to go into that also kind of folds in with the rest of the theming of this specific story arc and like what we're talking about today. So yeah, I think the answers for Gunko are coming soon.
Yeah. So we have. I'm looking at the spreadsheet. The ones that I don't have color coded are Ager and Ronya. Ager, I don't know anything about. The spreadsheet has nothing other than his name and a picture of his face.
No, and
so-
also he came up with the Yomergonder. Apparently
Right.
was
Okay.
I'm sorry for the pronunciation.
So
That's it. Yeah.
So Ranya is the weird, happy-go-lucky, everything's going to be okay character, and I'm not really sure who to assign this to. If we have so there's 10 Straw Hats, there's 11 kids, including Colin.
Sure would have been a
Yamato.
great time for Carrot to join the crew as well. I feel like.
Sure. Well, no, before Yamato,
Cinnamon.
Vivi. Before anybody
Vivi,
else,
Vivi.
Vivi's on there.
Sure.
Vivi
Vivi's
would
on the
be the
table.
Ronya kind of, because Ronya did take that like stand, like don't sacrifice us for the greater good sort of
Yes.
thing, which is such
That's
a
true.
Vivi-ish.
So
Yeah,
Rania could be Vivi in that instance. Now Ager could be Jinbei.
Ager,
I don't know.
I
Who
think
the fuck
got
knows?
like
Anger's Jinbei. There you go.
bullied
You
him.
just said it. That's
Yeah.
Jinbei. Yeah.
by process of elimination,
process of
Jinbei.
elimination. Okay, sure.
I don't know.
I don't think there will be 1-to-1s, but yes.
No, but
yeah.
there's definitely like it's
yes,
undeniable
Oda is definitely doing this. Yeah.
that there is a correlation here, and it helps us if we aren't parents or if we are children who don't get along with their parents. At the very least, for the reader, there's some sort of connective tissue that helps us identify with these characters. Because they pull a lot from the ones that we know and love and have for decades.
I think Joanna in particular is such a good it's something that had already been established that she was either orphaned or I forget exactly why she doesn't have parents, but I think for people who have found family and for people who don't have like known family, adoptees, and so on, like seeing that is very impactful. Like the fact that someone you're not blood related to would also do that for you when they consider you like a kid of theirs. I like completely get that too. And that's, powerful in its own right. So I think Oda was trying several different ways to get the reader into that perspective. But I mean, the good news is I think hopefully everyone out there has, I think there's someone in their life. I'm sure there is someone in their lives who would run into a pack of thorns for them. And I think that's kind of or that you would run into a pack of thorns for.
Sure.
Which is, certainly having kids, 100%. I think about this all the time. Maybe not with thorns, but like, would I maybe that's also OCD, but just like me, like, what would I do for my kid, in like this sort of situation? And, especially with how crazy the world is, I just feel like, it's even more resonant that I don't know. Yeah. Alex, you were talking about the chapter.
No, that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Ken, and then I'll go to Roger.
Alrighty. There's lots of stuff to go. I'm trying not to go too long here. One thing I just wanted to point out right away was Loki's design. Like we've already talked about how like cool it looks and whatnot, but if you go like a couple pages before the big reveal, one of the panels that show like the Loki dragon silhouette, it looks like he has a bunch of extra like arms and feelers like on the underside of him or whatnot. I don't know what those are, but it leads more into the classic Nidhogg design, which I think is really cool. And I think we now have an answer to why Loki believed that he was Nika, or he believed he was the sun god. Because for a while we were speculating what his power could be. Because he's like, oh, what would he have that he would think that he's the sun god or whatnot? And now if you go back to Yarul's little quote, I feel like Yarul's quoting something when he's like, oh,
he is,
a vast blanket will. It sounds like that. Like, oh, okay. So when this giant beast shows up, the sun god will appear. And Loki took that as like, oh, that must be me. Not that, he accompanies the sun god.
Right.
And so there's Luffy.
And remember, Jarl knew that Loki had this power already, presumably, and like knew the circumstances of it, and only has just told everyone about it. So I'm sure like this is like, oh, the moment has arrived. And also they all knew Luffy had like the Nika thing going on, because I assume I think they discussed that a little in the.
They did, but they were debating on which Nika is this, because some believe from the book that Nika is the bringer of laughter. No, he's the bringer of destruction. He's good. He's bad. That's why there was a general fear of it. But just bouncing off of that too, like the fact that we see the tree literally turning to rubber when Loki and Luffy show up, because the lightning is hitting the tree, and if the tree is now rubber, because I'm assuming the lightning is from Ragnir, the snow is from Loki, and the rubberiness, of course, of the tree and the bouncing and whatnot, that's Luffy.
Exactly.
So the three of them with their three powers combined, like it's just a very cool imagery.
Yes.
And not that, because you literally brought it up too, is like the whole thing with rubber negating the lightning, right? Is that early on in this story arc, there was the whole thing of like how terrifying Loki is by lighting up the branches of the tree with the lightning. And at this point, with the two of them working together, right? Like, you get that Eneru moment where the lightning no longer affects the tree, you know?
I would say, though, everything is on fire on the bottom.
But I think a lot of that is from the cryptids.
The trees.
And from the remnants of before things were awakened.
The existing fire.
With the rubber, exactly. It was existing fire, right.
We'll see. I guess we'll see in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
I do think that, so what is that, page, like, 15? I think that you could definitely argue is...
like
probably
the fact that
related
the castle is going
stuff.
completely
rubber.
Like, look at the castle;
Exactly.
it's like tilting.
Exactly.
However, I don't know if I completely buy into the fact that that is continuing into page 16 and 17.
Mm-hmm.
But I do agree that what we're seeing in that one panel with the castle, absolutely.
And the snow at the very least could put out the fire as well. If there's enough snow from the blizzard, right, that could just pack down and hopefully put out some of these flames.
You're thinking like a Californian.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking of. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Because I know the snowpack is important.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Ken, if you can finish up.
And yeah, just we already touched on it a little bit too, but definitely that looks like Loki's Nidhogg dragon in the mural. So interested to see how that plays into it, because I'm assuming that's whoever the original user of the Nidhogg power was, like maybe the first ancient giant, or because it's right in the middle of the mural. If that's 3 different ages, then that's not our Loki. Then that's probably something in the past. Colin with the Emmett doll, that is super interesting too. I'm betting it's based off the mural too, because like if all like the little kids know the mural and the story of the Harley, obviously they'd have like a little stuffed animal or a plush based off the images carved into the tree. And yeah, that's about it. Again, I love this chapter. I could go on way too long. We've been talking a lot about it. The stuff with Roto and his brother, like I have a younger brother who me and him couldn't be more different. And growing up, like he was not into like the theater stuff I was into, or the video game stuff, or the manga stuff, and he always like don't bring up that stuff around my friends. So like that kind of hit like, I understand that feeling. So seeing them together was very cute. But yeah, great chapter.
Are you the Roto in that scenario, or
I'm the Roto in the scenario.
I'm so sorry.
It's fine. Again, me and my brother, we get along, but like we just couldn't be more different. But I would I would hug the thorns if I had to for him.
I think that's another great example of like Oda realizing the reader might not, relate to these, but they'll maybe relate to this.
Yeah, I touched on it during the page. Like it's so many different versions of family and relations here, and again, it's not just all familiar. It was great. It was really well done, and Summers is a really fun piece of shit to hopefully get his comeuppance very soon. It'll be fun to see him.
Can't wait
get taken down.
Can't wait to watch his face get smashed or whatever,
Absolutely.
just destroyed. It's gonna be
sign
so
in the good
nice.
way. When that happens. Yeah. Roger, thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, you guys have all touched on pretty much everything I wanted to discuss on this one, between the mural and the family and the theming. I guess just a couple quick things is like, Alex, you brought up earlier the title of The Strongest Thing in the World, right? With like that being love, and how that's even paralleled with like Loki and what we're seeing, like his physical strength, right? Potentially one of the strongest creatures in the world as well too. But I do think the overall theme of Elbeth, as we get further into it, definitely is love, right? And I think that even feeds into how I think they're going to get out of the situation and, beat Emu, right? Because every moment you've seen of weakness of these characters that get Domi reversied, whether this is Harold with Loki, or whether this was, Rox thinking about Blackbeard, like all of these things that we've seen throughout the course of the story arc, the moment of clarity for these characters that are reversied comes from these moments of passion when thinking about family and the people that they love. And, with Luffy, again, loving his crewmates and having just this love for people in general and the people of Elbaf and being that liberator, I just think a lot of that is going to come into play when we think of how to potentially beat Emu in this situation. And I know people have their ideas of like, there being some type of reversey of the reversey, right? That like in the same way that Emu can flip the pieces and Domi reversey, we're going to see something along the lines of like Luffy turning people into his allies, right? And so much of what we saw, I think, in this chapter, even with the stuff with Roto, like how that was a full parallel of like the first dude. You have to remember when we first got to Elbaf, we were in his Lego castle, and the fact that we're coming back
It was a cool
here,
castle.
it was a cool castle. But like, I think a
He's
lot of
not
the things
cool.
when I think back to like early Elbaf and how people were feeling about it, right? The general consensus from a lot of people who were very excited to see this island for the first time, you know, us having been longtime One Piece readers, like hyped for Elbaf. I think there was a level of disappointment from some people of being like, I really hope we get more of the culture of the actual island and that this isn't like all we're getting, especially as the flashback went on. I think people were like, you know, are the characters of Elbaf, is the island of Elbaf not really going to have as much of a presence in, you know, as the story arc progresses? And I feel like this really just puts into picture like how great it was that he introduced those kids when he did. Because I remember my initial feeling being like, we don't need to get the names of all these children. This is like a Wano situation of like, let's name all the Toby Ropo and all the numbers and all that. It's like, this is too much information for where we are in the story right now. But
No, it was
here,
the Onowabanshu, I think,
yeah,
is where I drew the line.
right. All the Oniwa show.
Do you remember the Onowabansu?
Unfortunately, I do. Yes, but I don't know their names.
Roger. Oh, okay. I was going to say Roger. You
No,
would be one of the few
that
people
would be
who would.
Tekken.
Yeah.
That would not be me. No, he would know the names.
Okay.
No, but I feel like in general, just like having that introduction to those characters and having that be before the God Valley flashback, right? Before everything that we got, and then coming back to it, I was kind of worried when I was starting reading the chapter, like, oh, this isn't necessarily going to hit for me because it's been so long since the last time we really spent time with these kids, but it felt like it was yesterday. And it really, I think the way that he made each of those little sequences really stand out and showcase, just as all of you have already mentioned, right? Like these different relationships that people have with their parents or their parental figures or people who care about them. I thought it was brilliant. And I think to pair that with such a hype reveal, right? I think when each of us go into reading a One Piece chapter, you're looking for like a good story beat, or you're looking for like a hype reveal or a cool action moment, but you get all of that here. I mean, you get like your hype action moment with Loki, you get that big reveal, you get that character work, you get that impactful family moment that's going to make you, you know, cry. You get the goofiness of the villain with Summers. It's like this really is a chapter that kind of has everything. And I really thoroughly enjoyed it. And the last thing I will mention, on the topic of the stuff with Summers and what I was talking about when Ken brought up, or actually it was Alex when you were talking about Brooke, right? And like potentially finding out more information. I do feel like Summers being as irredeemable as he is leads me to believe that like when we see his death, this is going to be very similar to Saturn, right? Like where when the Abyss, you know, when the Abyss tattoo is taken away and you get this like full disintegration of the power and you literally are just like evaporated and Emu's taking it all back. We haven't quite seen that with any of the celestial characters yet, like any of the God Knights, but I think this is a clear sign that like we probably will. And we don't quite know like how the aging works or like when you make a contract, if you completely stop aging, because Summers looks slightly younger in the God Valley flashback than he does here. And yet Gunko has been this age seemingly for like 80 years. So there's like some
it's
weird
different hair.
It's different hair or something. But there's like
I think it's the different level of tattoos because I think that
Right.
Gunko and Harold maybe
exactly
That's it.
the
And I think
abyssal or
the parallel I think we're kind of seeing here, and again speaking to the idea of love being the thing that gets through to the people that are, you know, sided with Emu, whether you're reverse seed or whether you're a God Knight or whatever. I really do think that Brooke relationship is going to be key to it. Because with Gunko, if that is some type of situation where Gunko felt protected by Brooke, that we might get kind of, ironically, the reverse of what we get here of Gunko essentially saving him. And that when that tattoo evaporates of Gunko, she potentially gets brought to the age she would be, which would be like 88 or 90 or something, right? And then would be like that old woman that's standing right alongside Brooke that he could then see as like a motherly figure. There's just a lot of like cool stuff that I think is being set up here that could parallel nicely with the family stuff. That really just brings everything together. So yeah, I thoroughly loved this chapter. And again, I'm so happy you guys had me on for this one because this was definitely one of my favorites in a while. Yeah.
Whew, First of all, well timed for Valentine's Day too. That love is the antidote
Yes.
to
Yes.
I do really, really like that take though, Roger. Like that's kind of like the theme of this arc, especially since, again, in the real world and in fiction here, we have like this like real evil like we've never seen before, and also just like these really amazing examples of love that come through the darkness here. That I think sometimes, what is it like, having suffering or dark moments help contrast the good ones in life that come out. That's kind of what this chapter feels like in a nutshell. Like, this is a very dark series of events with some really, really evil, truly evil person and people, but mostly person. And it highlights the good as it literally ascends from hell. Here. It's a really, really beautiful sentiment. Yeah, I don't have a ton to add. I think Summers is like, Spandam is the only other villain I could really, and actually, what the hell, that guy in Kokoyashi Village, the cat guy.
Oh, sure, Nezumi.
Yeah. I feel like that's a character. I'm glad I've forgotten his name, but like that, when he does the shit with the money with Nami, like that character in that moment, I remember just like feeling that like searing anger toward. Oda is really, really amazing at creating that kind of character, because, and also that those sorts of people do really exist is terrifying, but it does, like, one of the things that makes One Piece compelling is that it's so fantastical and ridiculous, and yet the characters really feel real. Like, you could have, Chopper, who's a half reindeer man, but it still feels like my boy. Like, it's there's a very realistic element to everything we get. Even though Colin is a 20-year-old, 8-year-old, it's still that, which is boggling my mind, and I'll try and get through it. But God, the parent stuff, I'm like, that goes right to the freaking heart.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Roger and I think Alex may have touched on this a little. We've been talking about, like, I think our joke at the end of the year was like, won't someone think of the children? They're still dangling over this branch and being driven into oblivion here or wherever they're going. And through that whole flashback, we had like 6 months. We didn't know what was going to happen to them. And we were like, do we have enough stakes with these kids? It's the Ono-Wabanshu thing. I should call that the Ono-Wabanshu problem from now on, because no one will know what I'm talking about, because no one remembers the Ono-Wabanshu.
Fukurokuju, is that the guy's name?
That's the guy. Yeah.
Yes, that's the main guy. Do you remember any of the others?
Raijin, Fujin, Hanzo.
Okay.
Shom.
Okay, that's amazing, Ken. That's actually amazing.
Ken's reading off of a fucking list.
No, I'm not.
No, I believe Ken.
That's all I remember, though.
He looked hurt that you would even suggest
that. As soon as you mentioned Fujin, Raijin, Hanzo, I was like, oh yeah, those guys. And I remember what they look like, too. Fujin and Raijin...
Raizo, I forgot, used to be.
They rode on the catfish.
Raizo fought Fukurokuju.
Hanzo did get hit by football.
Yes, but Raizo used to be in the Ono... Wasn't there like or he's the head
Raizo
of it now?
And what's her name?
That's the thing. There was also
Shinobu,
an old
that's right.
Ono-Wabanshu, and there was a new Ono. Like, there was a flashback one and a regular one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
My point being is, I thought that was kind of like a red herring almost, that like, I'm like, oh, they're introducing kids. Why do I care about these kids? We had guests come on, reasonably so, and be like, yeah, but what about, why do I care that these kids, who are these kids, and why do I care that? And I think in like one chapter, Oda really unleashed, like, okay, now it's time to really show you why you need to care. And maybe he realized having a 6-month flashback might have kind of killed the momentum there, but he really did an excellent job getting that across quickly.
Yeah.
Like, I could tell you my son's only 4, but a lot of those, I mean, like, I'm not saying the sun god is going to punish you if you do this, but would not do that. But like, there's a lot of like, yeah, I did this. It's fair. It's these rules I made up. So that's why I could do this. Or, you know, oh, I hate that you did the, you know, like the one thing about parenting a toddler, you're almost there, Alex, is when the one thing you work so hard to do something and it immediately gets pushed aside. They don't care. Like, I gave up like making food for my son because he's going to end up eating 2 bites. And even if he likes it, that's it. The number one cause of food waste, toddlers. Look it up. It's scientific, I'm sure. Yeah.
Well, we compost, so I think we'll be in good shape.
Okay. I hope. But that all these like little things that I think, as Alex said, that are so relatable. You know, them taking your sword out, you know, that, you know, obviously, them, you know, not respecting you in a certain situation, not doing their homework. I'm not quite up to yet, hopefully, lying for no reason, which, it's not just as a child you can relate to, but as a kid, and then not knowing when to believe them, because they just enjoy making things up. Yeah, that's like, it is heartbreaking from a kid's perspective and from a parent's perspective that they would internalize like those things that way. But also, we've all had that happen to us, so we know. I mean, it's not even wrong to do that, but as a kid, you're going to, of course, internalize it, and just it makes these characters feel much more real and gives this moment a lot more impact.
Yeah, like
Alex,
Marianne said, I think in particular, you brought up that idea of like these kids think this is heavenly retribution for something small they did as a child, right? They think like that's the worst thing that I could have ever possibly done. And meanwhile,
oh boy, wait till you're an adult and you start murdering people.
And you've got this dude literally as they're thinking that, like sniveling and crying, laughing over their potential death and the death of their parents. It's like, oh yeah, the juxtaposition is nuts.
Yeah. Like, there's an actually evil man doing actually evil things and laughing about being evil. Right. Yeah. Alex, what were you going to say? Sorry.
I was going to say that it's remarkable that Oda made me care about the giant creepy pervert Roto.
Care is a strong word, but yes.
Also, I wanted to say after we were talking for a bit, I updated the Google Sheets.
Oh my God!
Color coding. And I decided that
to share this with everyone.
Well, I decided that Ager is Brook because we haven't figured out Brook's total past yet, and that Bjorn is definitely Jinbei because Jinbei, we don't know anything about Jinbei's parentage, but Jinbei was embarrassed about a brother in Arlong, so that's the connection that I'm making there.
Okay,
that's a good one.
All right, nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now we just have to publish this, make this list publishable instead of something I put together 5 minutes before we started. Anyway, yeah, no, absolutely. Very good discussion. And we have a million piece together questions, so we'll try and get into those. And I'm sure we'll hit everything we forgot to talk about. So we'll see you after the break. This is the Piece Together segment where we take your questions, comments, theories, and skibbity scaldy getting scalded. Alex, what's our first segment?
Dis Piece. As you all know, Dis Piece, we dive into our Discord and
Patreon subscribers. Thank you.
Yeah. So enjoy this first one from Big Mike, who just simply says Summers is a dick.
Great comment.
Sure.
Great comment. Yeah.
We got a whole bunch, so let's just keep them coming.
I think they all say the same thing.
Yeah. Straw Hat Part 9 says, what a chapter. I need 2 things from Oda going forward. 1, Summers to get his ass kicked in the best, most satisfying way possible, because, I hate him with a fire of 1,000 suns. 2, for Ripley and the other moms on this island to not die, please. Just once, Oda, just goddamn once. That ending Loki is massive. Like, I knew he had to be big, but seeing the scale, I am so excited to see him and Luffy fight and win. Yes, we all, I guess, assume that Luffy
comments,
will win
yeah.
this fight. But yeah, I think that's
He
yeah.
better.
No, that's too big.
There it is.
That's not that much cheese. Emotional Mess Cram says, "Ahoy, OPP," or I'm sorry, OPP, ahoy. I know I say this every week, but like for real this time, banger chapter as always. One of the biggest bangers, like holy shit. The emotional core of the sacrifices really hit me super hard, and the final spread, so fucking cool. I was very much on the side of wanting Loki's fruit to look stupid, but when it's this sick, I don't care at all. And fuck Summers, what an awful, depraved pervert.
This is the recurring theme I see
Yes.
with all these disputes.
I'm glad we don't have any
I like
truly
it.
evil listeners
Yeah, right.
writing in. Summers, very redeemable, I thought he was.
Summers is
God.
just trying to do. Summers just trying to do
about
his
him.
job.
God,
He's just
I
trying to
need
do his
that.
job.
I need that flashback to redeem Summers.
Oh, God.
He's
Terrible.
having such a nice time. He's
Yeah, right.
laughing. He's great.
He worked at
Oh
a
my
bank
God.
all along.
Yeah.
He wore diapers for his diet. Yeah.
There you
Well,
go.
there's more. What fate do you hope he has in store, and how graphic should it be? I hope it's very. Have a great week and keep up the amazing work. All right. So the question posed to us, the panel, is: what fate do you hope Summer has in store?
Right answers only.
I think he definitely dies this arc. I think he is the of any of them. He
I
is
think
the
Roger-
one that like definitely dies. Yeah,
The one you said earlier, like the
Saturn death?
Saturn, but worse somehow.
it's gonna
I think
be
it's
that
perfect.
something like that. Because it's like something of the extent of like the tattoo being taken away because of him
But
screwing up.
worse.
But worse, yeah. It's
Because
just
he
gonna be
really,
that.
not only did he F up, but he's blaming the boss. Like, oh,
Yeah.
you're so screwed. And it's going to
Yeah.
be great.
Yeah.
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 I get the sense that he's probably not as old as Saturn or even Gunko.
No.
No, he's
Well,
probably
no,
around
we
that age.
we
yeah.
saw Summers in the flashback, so he is aging. I think Summers and
Or he was, at least.
Yeah. Well, no, I think that Gunko is the only one here that has the tattoo where you stop aging. And I think because when Harold died, Emu got like really hurt and messed up and said, "Oh, it takes a toll on Emu as well." I think that it's going to be a very tragic ending. I think all three of them are going to die, with Gunko being the last one. It's going to be like, "Hey, listen, you need to kill me before Emu takes back
Right,
over.
right,
kill
right,
me,
right.
because it'll do damage to Emu if you kill me."
Yes.
And,
Couldn't
like,
they
I'm
just
sorry.
disarm them? Literally?
Hmm?
Oh,
they
you
just
mean like with
disarm-
Gabon, right? With the
Yeah.
with the
Or
hockey.
Shanks.
Yeah.
Shanks.
Oh, I mean that I
It's
think is another
possible.
good question, right? Because when you look
No,
at like the layout
Yeah.
of this, and we've seen like Summers fighting in the past versus what's it called, Gabon and things like that during God Valley, and you've got Killingham with all these weird dream powers. I mean, that could be set up kind of nicely right there, of like Summers with his kind of perverted passion to Sanji, and like Killingham versus Zoro, creating all these like sword creature cryptid things that Zoro could fight. You got like those two matched up, and then Gunko kind of being the play on that with Loki and Luffy essentially taking care of everything, while Brook has that kind of like personal moment with Gunko. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So, yeah.
I love what you said before, Roger, where you think that if Gunko gets reclaims their body,
Right.
that they'll turn back into their proper age
Exactly.
and be like
Yes,
a motherly
I agree
figure
with
to
that.
Brooke.
Exactly.
I
I like
love
that.
that
But
image.
she'd
I
still be a
want
daughter.
that.
She'd still be a
Yes.
daughter figure, to be fair. But I agree. I actually think it works better as it like because she'll
Yeah.
be like decrepit and old.
And she'll be old.
And also-
exactly. Yes.
And also, depending on how much of the evil she actually is, which I still think she's pretty evil, like pre her getting taken over, but there's been a lot of, I
Sure.
know, debate about that in our community at least. I still think that would be an excellent, like, karmic and if not end, at least a karmic conclusion to that storyline with Brooke.
Yeah, most definitely. And on top of that too, when we're talking about like opponents, I think another one that would really make sense as like a Perona-esque kind of thing would be Usopp versus Killingham, right? With like the idea of Killingham not being able to create like a nightmare of Usopp, because Usopp's always like already confronted like the worst of his fears.
So what am I gonna?
And pairing that in some way with like,
It's
even
my
if you
taxes.
get right, we're pairing that in some way with like the parallels that we've seen a lot post time skip with pre time skip arcs, right? Of like, you've literally got this hammer that's present in this arc with like
Yes.
Usopp and
We
the
talked about
pretend
that.
hammer,
Yeah,
and
we
it's like,
talked about that. Yeah.
We've definitely we
I still
definitely
think it's a
covered
great
that.
idea.
yeah.
Well, you raised something interesting about Killingham. So I always pitted Zoro up against Killingham because I thought it would be cool if he's like, oh, well, I've beaten a Kirin before, I can beat one again. But I like the idea of Usopp fighting Killingham and Usopp's lies basically coming to life and being what beats Killingham.
Yeah, right.
Like,
That would be great.
That'd be awesome.
Like,
yeah.
I think that would be really cool if he had a whole bunch of lies that were like personified.
shit,
Like
that
Killingham's
would be
like, oh, I'm
amazing.
going to use your own imagination against you. And he's like, oh, well, I'm a liar.
Nice
So-
try.
I love it.
I think that
Um,
would be a lot of fun. Very similar to the Perona thing, but I don't think that I think retreading that almost
It's
beat by
different.
beat
For sure.
is
For
a little.
sure.
different.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
theming
But I like
wise,
where your head's at.
exactly.
I like where your
Yeah.
head's at theme wise. Yeah.
I sorry, I did want to say. Now now go ahead. I'll figure out what I was going to
Well,
say.
I mean, I wasn't going to say something serious.
Yeah,
I'm
go
just
to the
saying
next.
that, like, look, you have somebody on the Straw Hat crew who has the power to get rid of tattoos at will. Frankie can use lasers.
Oh, that's what I was going to say.
Laser
Like-
removal.
Yeah.
The whole thing, the whole hierarchy and like what powers who has is still very nebulous
Sure.
and confusing in that. Okay, so we know that they could regenerate Summers and Summers we saw has gotten hacked to pieces. Also, we know from Harold that having his tattoo hacked at is not enough to get rid of the tattoo. You need to just obliterate with Conqueror's Hockey is what it seems
Right.
like. Like just, really rush the zone or whatever the hell the saying is. But so, I really do like the idea of like Killingham and I think Killingham and Summers and Gunko really all need to be taken down by Straw Hats or allies. I think that's just how that has to
Yeah.
happen. However, I think at the end of the day, Gunko is going to ultimately be taken down by Emu, but in not a redeemable moment, but a moment in which she has her comeuppance and is able to face her past and kind of, as Ken really put it well too, face her past in a way that both that like gives some sort of conclusion to Brooke, but also isn't like light on Gunko. Like I am like one of the people who are like, there's a lot of Gunko defenders, which I get, but like she is interesting, don't get me wrong, but I think she needs comeuppance.
Oh, for
she
sure.
still has shown herself to be awful.
She's not wearing pants.
Is that why? None of them wear pants. We discussed this a few weeks
Exactly,
ago.
they're evil.
Oh, they're evil. They don't wear pants. Is that what you're saying? All pantsless
Yes.
people are
Because
evil.
I'm evil.
Then explain
Alex.
Egghead.
Yeah, right.
Explain Egghead.
There you go.
That
Yeah.
fits York, but not everyone else.
Hey, Egghead burned down. They learned their
Lilith,
lesson.
too, actually. Lilith,
No lessons were learned.
Lilith,
no
also,
lessons were learned,
Lilith
that's
still
true.
being here is wild. That like
That's true.
Lilith and Kuma and Bonnie are still chilling here with us. So
Oh
it's
my.
like
I know
Uh-huh.
that kills me.
That's-
Every time I think of Kuma still there
Yeah.
and we don't really have a conclusion to that story, kills
Yeah.
me.
Okay.
Alex, yes.
We'll get that at some point. But anyway, here's the next one. And keep an eye on the chat in a moment because I'm going to give everybody a link to click
Okay.
on. This is
I
from
have it open, but yeah,
This
go
is
ahead.
from-
Yes, a spreadsheet.
Rage You Against the Machine, aka Slay, who says, "Hello, my fellow martyrs for love. I had an idea a couple days ago, and you have to hear me out, or the Dispeace Council will be most displeased. What if you were to each randomly generate one devil fruit from this site?" And I'm putting it in the chat
Okay.
now. One devil fruit. So once you click on it, then you just like when under the number, just hit 1 and then generate. Click generate a devil fruit, and then tell us what it is and how you would use that power in your everyday life if you had to. Thank you, and have a great week. And no cheating from everybody
Sure.
because this has the
So
potential
just press
to be
1 and then do
Okay.
generate.
Yeah, type
Do you
Yeah.
write,
one,
do you
otherwise-
write
and
number
generate.
1
Otherwise
in the
it's 10.
generate thing instead of
Yes.
10?
Yeah.
Gotcha,
Do
gotcha,
one and
gotcha,
generate.
gotcha. Okay.
All right.
Because
And-
otherwise you
and-
could choose and
Gotcha.
you shouldn't be able
Okay.
to choose.
And I'll go ahead and start off. I got the Niku no Mi, aka the Paw fruit. That's
Ooh.
Kuma's.
That's a good one.
Oh, you're
Kuma's
lucky
power.
ass. That is a great one. That's the
and
one
it
I
says
would
here, allows users to repel anything they touch, including intangible objects like pain and fatigue.
That's I forgot about that part too. Yeah.
Well, now
This
That
the problem-
teleports people, Ken.
it also
Okay,
teleports
sure.
people. Now, we all know it also teleports you to wherever you've been. So naturally, I would use that to my full advantage.
Greece.
Yeah, obviously, I would go to Greece and see my
I mean,
family.
I would. Yeah.
But I would also go to Japan and avoid any tariffs.
True. But
Wow.
remember,
when it
you'd
comes
have
to shipping stuff.
That's true.
Um,
Plus, you'd have to fly through the air, though, for however many days that would take. Just remember. But that sounds fun. You bring a book.
I mean,
you
but
know?
I'd also go to Italy and bring back the espresso that we like. I would.
That's great. That's great.
I would basically just use it to go places. Now,
Alex, you are so lucky you got that.
Yeah, that's
fruit. That is a
literally,
great one.
especially when you hear what stupid one I got.
I know
me
I
too.
can't. I
I haven't
honestly
thought
can't
of an
wait.
answer for this.
No, but don't feel free to even if it makes your life a little easier. Now,
True.
Now the ability to repel pain or remove pain.
Yeah.
I keep thinking to myself, like, I would definitely help out people who were, sick or whatever.
You'd be so
But the
busy, Alex.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
I can't let people know I have this power. Now, then I
just told
thought to
everyone.
myself, oh shit, fuck. But the next thing that I thought about, right, is like, oh, well, I have a kid, and I hate whenever my kid is in pain or whatever. But then eventually I will die, and my kid will be conditioned to live a life with no pain. And when they first have pain, it's like, what is that? Like,
Pain has a purpose. I mean,
Yes.
yeah.
Exactly. You have to be. I would have to use this power very judiciously.
Like for real pain. Like
Yes.
They have that pain scale when it gets to like 8.
Excruciating. Okay, well, I'm taking away your pain, but you should go see a doctor.
Yeah, that's true because you could take away pain. Zoro still needed a doctor after nothing happened. Like
right.
even well, actually,
after
wait, that's the opposite.
It's
It's kind of the opposite. He was thrown pain at him. So
yeah, but like what the people in Sorbet Kingdom kept coming every week to see Kuma, right?
True.
Yeah,
and he would just like take the pain away from him.
But so the pain, the way that power works though is that you take the pain, but you have to put it into something else, right?
Yeah.
So, like, realistically, if there's just a lot of people, because we live in an era where there's just a lot of annoying people, if someone bothers you at the grocery store, just flick a little bit of pain at them and then get them out of your way. Like, that's all you gotta do.
Oh yeah.
Like, that's all you just gotta,
actually evil people.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Actually,
when you see someone not put their grocery cart back when they could put their grocery cart back, you take the little bit of pain and you, like I said, you just flick it their way.
I mean, what I could do is I could just take a lot of pain from. I could just go to a hospital, take a bunch of pain, and then go to the Republican National Convention.
That's what I'm saying.
Shake a lot of hands.
Oh my God, Alex, we got to get you this fruit.
That's 100%. That's it. You just shake because it works via contact, right? Yeah. Sure. So there you go. There you go. I like it.
We should move on to the next person. Ken, do you want to go next?
Yeah, Ken. What's yours?
Ken looks like he's in thought. I have a. Oh, you're.
I think mine's not working right. Because I got the Sarasara no Me model Triceratops.
Okay, that seems fine.
It's attributing it to Dalton in the app.
Oh no, that's
that's not right.
No, that's
don't
definitely
remember Dalton the Triceratops.
No, I completely missed that in Drum Island.
Well, we're gonna go with the Triceratops fruit in this case.
I think that's
there you go.
I would do that ability because who was that in
Sasaki.
That was
Sasaki.
That was the Frank. Yeah, Frank.
Sasaki.
When he did right? He did the helicopter thing where he flew with it.
Yes.
I was using it to fly around.
Yeah.
That's the best practical use of it.
Practical dinosaurs didn't do that.
You don't know. You weren't there.
That's true. Yeah. Oda had a lot of plausible deniability.
Yeah, but that was not Dalton, so I will let the next person go.
Roger.
Mine was garbage, bro. I got Foxy's fruit. I got Foxy's fruit.
No.
So it says, obviously allows users to emit light that slows down movements of anything that it touches. Obviously, it is a good power. I just think when I pulled it up and I saw it was Foxy, I'm like, you've got to be kidding me, bro. This is who it grants me.
How would you use it?
But you have to laugh like that. That's part of the fruit.
I mean, I would use it. I already know. This is the first thing I thought of. I
Oh,
would
yeah,
use it
please.
to manipulate traffic in Los Angeles. Is 100% what I would do. I mean, that's like guaranteed
That's
No, you'll
what
make it
I would
slower.
do. Well, the thing is, it's already slow and backed up. But I feel like if
Yeah.
I was going through one of those areas where it's like, everyone kind of gets stuck in that one area in Los Feliz before you're turning into like the Glendale Burbank area, dude, I would just freeze every car in one of the lanes going a different way and then stop the stoplight and just be the only car in the lane. And everybody else is just going to get stuck in traffic. So the thing is,
This is a
I'm
clock stopper
God, you're a
situation.
Californian,
that's what I would do.
Roger, this week.
I feel like that's the problem, is that with this devil
Yes.
fruit, I don't think I would be benefiting anyone but myself. I feel like I'm actively making people's lives worse.
Alex is our benefactor.
Let's hear it,
here.
Alex. How could I make lives better?
Yeah, how
As a
can we do it?
Californian,
Yes.
you go to the wildfires and you
That's
slow
true.
them down.
Oh, there you go. That's good. You slow them down
That
and
is
you
a
wait
good
before
one.
the firefighters come. That's a good one. That's
a
actually
one.
good. That's
yeah,
good.
you'll be in the front lines,
I like
Roger.
that.
There
Yeah,
you
I
go.
like that.
Marianne, what about you?
I also got a Sada Sada no Mi, but I got model axolotl.
Oh,
that's the
cool.
better one.
You got the cutest one.
The cutest
Yeah.
one.
Sure.
What would you do with that?
What would I don't know? I'm already, see, it's
What did
perfect
you do
though.
with it?
I'm already a lizard person. Like I'm already cold all the time, so I don't. I feel like this is just. I think I already have this fruit and I don't know it. So I don't know. It just says allows users to transform into an axolotl. Oh, and regenerate any injuries.
Oh,
I think I
go.
already
Yeah,
have
that's
this
great.
fruit. I think I already have this fruit and I don't know it because I've never like.
Injuries?
Well, I've never broken a bone. I have like twisted my
Okay.
ankles more times than I can count, but it's never been like an actual twist. It's like I'll bend my foot sideways and then be like, oh no, we're good. All right,
I think
we're
it's
good.
more if you lose a limb and it grows back, because that's what axolotls do, I think.
Perhaps. Well, I haven't tried that yet, so
Get
right now.
get
Give
on
it a shot.
Time to test the
There
theory. Yeah.
No, you don't actually have the fruit, Marianne. Marianne!
yeah, I'm not really sure how one would practically apply an axolotl fruit in real life.
That is a difficult one you got. I got, how I'm going to pronounce this is the Jake no Me. I know that's not how it is. I don't care.
Nice.
Oh my god, did you get the jacket
Wow.
fruit?
No, I fucking wish. Wait.
You wish you
No,
got
it
the
says
jacket
Gecko
fruit?
Moria. No, it says Gecko
I'm telling you,
Moria.
this site's not right.
correct?
No.
No, Gecko Moria is the
Oh, no, I
Kage
did get the
fruit.
jacket fruit. Fuck. You're right. You're right. I got the jacket fruit.
Oh my god.
I got the fucking jacket fruit. Are you fucking kidding me with this shit? I
I
am
mean,
done.
it's pretty
Roger,
cold in
I've
New York,
often
Zach.
said I can't do live reactions, but this is fucking.
ridiculous.
I can't.
Oh,
The
man, I'm
fucking jacket
so-
fruit?
It's pretty
I can
bad.
use a jacket.
The
It's cold.
fucking jacket fruit. And it says Gecko Moria allows users to manipulate shadows and create shadow clothes. That's not what it does.
That's nuts.
It's a fucking jacket.
No,
I am glad.
It's funny because I pulled that up on the
Well,
thing.
my son's
and
asleep right now.
And if you
I've been
click
yelling.
it, if you actually click it,
Yeah, it shows
it
you.
takes you to the jacket fruit.
Oh my
It does.
gosh.
It does.
So allow me to read this from
Please don't.
the
Okay,
One Piece
here we
wiki.
go. Yeah.
Okay, it says
Fuck.
here
So is Sai going to draw us all in these powers for this?
it allows the user to become a jacket and be worn by others, which makes them a jacket man. So,
The end.
Zach, how would you use your powers
So
in everyday
am I
life?
the jacket? I'm the jacket.
You
You're
become
the
the
You are
jacket.
the jacket.
So
Wait,
I just get
you
to
gotta-
manipulate someone if they choose to wear me.
Yes.
You could, like,
the-
keep
the
your
problem
wife
was the guy
warm.
was all strong. He was
Yeah,
too
oh my God,
scared
no.
to fight. So
Mar-
the jacket, like,
Yeah.
he controlled the body.
No,
Or I
but
could keep my
Marianne,
wife warm, yeah.
yeah, she's
Yeah.
absolutely right.
That's
Yes,
what you can
on a
use
cold
your powers
day, I
for.
could keep my wife warm. I can't just buy her an
Really?
actual jacket.
Yeah.
Look,
Like,
as
look,
a person,
I'm not getting a Canada Goose jacket, but I mean, come on, I don't need to.
as a person who's cold all the time, like just putting a jacket on doesn't help that much. But if the
Marianne, I
jacket
am
is
not going to be your
self-heated,
jacket. I'm sorry.
no, not mine. No, but for your wife, like if it's a jacket that's
So
self-heated.
you're saying you'd
'cause
want to wear a human being?
I'm not
Marianne?
saying I would. I'm just saying it would be a more effective jacket.
No, I think
You could
I
save
think I
money
would
on
have
airfare.
to. I think I should manipulate someone in a high position of power to leave that position of power.
Yeah, but then they have to put you on first. You have to convince them to put you on.
It still looks like you, just stretched over someone else.
Yeah,
That's true.
Honestly,
This
you would
is
get
so
burnt
You
before
really
anything
did.
else.
You actually
That's
got the
true.
worst devil fruit. Like, I think
You might have.
whenever
No, I
people talk
did.
about the worst devil fruit powers, the jacket fruit always comes up as like one of the worst.
And yet,
yet
it's
that's
the
think it
one
is.
I
you pulled.
randomly chose.
Wow.
How many devil fruits are there? There's like
Hundreds.
8,000
I mean,
devil
yeah, right, of
fruits.
course.
I go back to Vegapunk's thing where he's like, "Oh, devil fruits are the dreams and
Oh, yeah,
admirations
who
of
the
people."
fuck dreamed
that?
that?
Someone wanted to be a jacket.
I'm really trying
You know, I mean,
here
you know,
to
there
come
was
up
like
with a
some
good
situation.
explanation.
It's probably
Who's
the
mine?
most tragic of all the stories of like there was a child. There was a child whose mom died and was like dying in front of him, and the child was like, "I wish there was a way I could keep my mom warm. I wish she could wear me like a jacket." And then, well, here you go,
Okay.
kid, and you give the kid the jacket fruit. You know,
You know,
That's a
Roger,
good
that
use
is
for it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Roger.
someone
That is
freezing it
actually a
out.
brilliant origin of that. I was going
That
to go the
is.
exact opposite way, where it was like, a genie wish, where it's like you better be very specific. Like,
I want the ability to control other people. Okay, as a
as a
jacket.
jacket, sure.
I don't
Monkey's
even
paw
know.
Monkey's paw
girls.
fruit, yeah.
It's a monkey's
What's the-
paw. It's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
monkey's
yeah.
paw. Yeah, that's how they
Who's the
happen.
bad guy from Silence of the Lambs?
Hannibal Lecter,
No, the
Oh,
other guy.
Buffalo Bill.
Buffalo Bill,
Oh,
There we go.
Great.
the
Love
Buffalo
this.
Bill fruit.
This has been fantastic.
That's awesome.
I've really been fucked over here.
Okay.
There's no other way to put that. I'm
I
glad
have
we
some
saved
good
mine
news.
for last.
I have some good news for you guys that we have so many more
Let's
All
go.
right,
Yes,
let's
please.
go.
go.
to get through. Okay. NZL says, "Hey OPP, how do you feel the arc progresses from here? I know that on the SGS, Greg talks about how things need to be at the worst before things can get better. So was this it? Were the kids falling off our time limit to wrap things up, or do things just look like they're gonna things looking up now so they can get worse again? It feels like with Luffy and Loki up top now, the resolution can almost be too easy with us having had the party at the beginning of the arc. I keep waiting for the other shoe to drop. Sorry for the long one, but do you think this is the prophecy that Harold said is why Loki thought he was Nika? That I think
Yes.
we covered.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we did.
We did mention that already.
I think the way that this could get much worse is if someone of big stature, not just like literally, but like a straw hat, is Domi reversied, and they have to figure out how to get out
Or
of that.
Loki gets
that
Domi
at
reversing.
least.
I mean, a Domi reversing
Oh,
Loki
God.
would be insane. Yeah, that's
Jesus.
Nami, imagine Nami being
Nami,
Domi
right,
reversed. That's
yeah,
the end of
right,
the series. That's
yes,
the end of the
clearly
series.
Nami and Loki are both the same.
No, Nami would
Nami
Nami would murder everyone.
when she slaps
Yeah.
the crewmates is the strongest character in the entire series.
Sanji,
That's true.
Randy
Sanji's
Troy
out of the
says that all the
picture.
time. Yeah, it's
See, Sanji's out of the picture. Luffy's out of the picture. She could really do a number on everyone. I
Well,
think.
no, here it is, right? Loki gets Domi reversied, destroys Elbaf. That's
Ragnarok.
there's our Ragnarok,
Right.
right?
Yep.
There it
Yep.
is. And our heroes have no choice but to go up to the
Well,
astral realm.
Yeah, we have
right?
not seen the Astral
Come on,
Realm yet at
Astral
all.
Realm. I need to see the Astral Realm.
Astral Realm.
It's
Astral.
Astral Realm.
All right.
If we,
I'm
if we
going
do
to
it like that.
I'm going to keep going a little
Please,
because
please.
we're going pretty long
That
already.
last question was really good though, with the devil fruits.
Oh
Unfortunately.
no, that was
That
too
was great.
fun.
Yeah.
King Doji, our friend King Doji says, "Hey OPP, today is my birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy
Happy
birthday. I'm sure this has been asked before, but every episode has different people, so everyone has different answers. How do the Straw Hats spend their birthdays?"
With their family next.
Which are the straw hats. The straw hats.
Wow.
Eating a lot. I mean, we know how they party. I mean, I assume
Well,
it's
makes-
King
Sanji
Doji,
makes the
since it's
birthday
your
cake.
birthday, King Doji, I will indulge you here.
okay.
Let's see.
We're
Sorry, King
contractually
Doji.
obligated to indulge. Don't do.
Luffy spends it eating. Nami spends it trying to extort people for birthday card money.
Oh, okay.
Zoro spends it sleeping or drinking. I think
Nami
I think-
must love the Lunar New Year. I just didn't realize.
Robin reads for sure.
Nami fund.
Robin's reading.
yeah. Robin's spending her time doing what she loves doing, honestly.
Yeah.
I feel
So
like
don't bother me. I'm gonna go read in the
Right.
corner.
right.
I feel like the easy, those are the easy answers. I think the more like Frankie and Usopp, I think are the ones that are like a little tougher.
Frankie would like you could play like a toy thing, you know, with a bunch of robots and stuff, or like a Rock'em Sock'em robot thing, you know.
I do think
Sanji
that
would figure out a way to make, like, they make rum cakes. He'd figure out a way to make a cola cake for him, you know.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I like that.
Ooh.
I like that.
Marianne on
Weird.
fire this evening, yes.
I mean, if we're gonna go by the new I'm Sanji, I'm kind Sanji, he would spend his birthday making a feast for everybody. I think that,
Or he could be buying pornography.
Yeah, that's it.
It's a pornography store.
Isn't
I
Chopper's
was buying
birthday on
pornography.
Christmas?
Yeah, Chopper's birthday is on Christmas.
He gets one gift.
That's right, just one. and it sucks. Yay! I think if anybody's going to have a traditional birthday party, it's going to be Chopper.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
as
it
we
would be,
found out,
it would be adorable, and it would be a carnival. Obviously,
Yeah.
it would be like the.
It would look like
the
this.
Davy
It would literally
Back
look
fights
like my shirt. This Harajuku
Yes,
Yeah.
it would.
Yes.
Chopper is exactly what it would look like. He'd have cotton
Wait.
candy. It's going to be great.
hold on. When we went to One Piece Tokyo Tower, wasn't like the big walk around thing? It was like Chopper's birthday.
Oh, you're right.
I think it was actually
The one
They
that-
used- yeah.
The one that I got jump scared at.
Oh, did we tell you the story, Roger?
No,
when he got
I
jump
got
scared
to
at the
go
book
to One Piece
haunted
Tokyo
house?
Tower when they had it still.
No, we did too.
Oh, okay.
So then you know,
Yes, yeah.
there's that bit where you go around the thousandth sunny, and the fucking shark scared the shit out of me.
It was the funniest thing. I think I talked about it like last week
I
on the
also
show.
got scared during like the Brook Haunted House thing.
I
It was
was
the
blown
Brook
away.
Haunted
I
House thing
went
that
when
was-
they had the stage show still, and Maddie actually
Uh-huh.
toured it with us. And
Oh,
I
yeah,
remember
yeah, I
on
forgot,
the walkway through when you're walking through the sunny room, you know there was that
Mhm.
the sign where you like look through the window
Yeah.
and then Nami zaps Chopper and then the thing turns around
Oh,
and he
yeah,
goes,
yeah, yeah.
"Ah," and he looks like he's dead. I remember
Yeah.
freaking out seeing that, being like, what the heck are they doing to my boy? Why would this be the animatronic that you spent money on? Is just a poor little zapped Chopper. Of all the things you could have built.
It's like in DS9 you have to torture the most lovable character.
O'Brien.
That's how
Yeah.
O'Brien, or in this case Chopper.
Yeah.
So O'Brien, you think O'Brien is the most lovable character in DS9?
No, I don't. But someone say like he's the. This is so. I'm sorry. Never mind. Let's continue.
Okay,
We have a
this
ton of
is a
disputes.
different.
We
This
could
is a
talk
different
about-
podcast.
Yeah.
Okay. Hug says, "Hey OPP, I wanted to start off by saying the new trailer for season 2 of the live action is the best One Piece AMV I've seen in years. I'm definitely excited to see what they do this season.
More AMVs.
Anyway, yeah, I'm sure they'll find the One Piece this season. Anyway, this week's chapter hurt me. Seeing all those kids start blaming themselves only to watch their family members sacrifice their lives just to have someone there for them when they're dying really packs a punch. I hope Summers gets all the evil juices sucked out of him like Saturn did.
Hey. Great minds.
As for my question, am I the only one who thinks Loki's dragon form looks kind of cute? He's supposed to be menacing and dangerous, which he is, but there's something about the design that I find to be rather adorable.
That just describes Loki, by the way. Like he looks intimidating, but he's actually adorable inside. Yes.
Yeah, he's the pointiest cinnamon roll ever.
Yes,
Lastly,
yes.
I've been listening to the podcast on and off since Dressrosa, so it's finally exciting to submit a question. Hope everyone has a good week, and thanks for all your work over the years.
Dressrosa.
Let's not talk about Dressrosa. Let's
No,
talk
but
about
that's
the question.
amazing. No, that's
Yeah.
that's still like 12 years.
So then-
of
No,
listening
no,
to
I
Do
mean,
it.
you,
it's-
do you all
really-
think
it's
that,
really
that
crazy.
Loki is cute in this form then? Was that the question?
Is that the question?
Yeah, because I'm like,
Yeah,
Loki
it
does
is.
look
It is
kind
the
of cute.
question.
Yeah, I could see a world in
Yeah.
which
He's
they make
got pretty eyes.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
I don't know.
Yeah, we actually see his eyes in this form once or
They
twice.
fit
I
the
forgot to
dragon,
mention it.
yeah.
Well, no,
Marianne,
we
as
see
a,
like the. Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, go
Marianne,
ahead.
as a lizard person, what's your take
Yeah.
on this?
I forgot you're a lizard person.
I am a lizard person. I am an axolotl, apparently.
You are a lizard
yeah,
person.
exactly.
Hmm.
I mean, he's okay, but like, I feel like all the monsters in One Piece could be considered cute because none of them are drawn like crazy menacing usually, because they're just the One Piece art style,
Yeah, that's true.
you know. So from that standpoint, sure.
If we had more
Sure.
time, I would ask what's the actually scariest thing in One Piece, but I'll let you mull that over.
My mom. Let's see.
There it is.
All right, that's the consensus. Loki is a cutie pants.
Take it to the bank.
Straw Hat Rigby says, "Hey OPP, what a chapter, huh? I mentioned before that the scale of everything on Elbaf sort of breaks my brain, and Loki in this dragon form definitely shatters my brain even more. This chapter is one of a few in the recent years that's definitely made me cry, specifically because, if you allow me to get sentimental, it made me think of my mom. Growing up, my mom had let's say, a specific way that she'd deal with things, as I'm sure any kind of immigrant parents can attest to. One time she told me, if the house is on fire and I need to get you out, I'm not going to politely ask you, please get up and go. I'm going to yell and scream and drag you out if I have to. And this panel really reminded me of that and of her. So here's to all the moms out there doing their best with love in their hearts. As the chapter title pointed out, it's the strongest thing in the world. Have a good week." And the panel that he posted is the panel where Bent apologizes to his mom for thinking that she was scary.
I will say that that one in particular, of all of the little flashes that you see of the parents, was the one that I related to the most. Because my mom could definitely terrify me when I was a little kid, but I always knew it was coming from a good place. So yeah, I very much saw my mom in that.
That's lovely. Yeah, thank you, Strat Rigby, for that one. That was very lovely. SNP says, "Hey OPP, 1, I'm definitely not crying. All the parents in OPP definitely aren't crying either, right? 2, he really loves the PTA, doesn't he? Or is this Oda's ploy to appeal to the PTA's good side, so they don't go after him with all the naughty things he did in the SBS? 3, these images below are just One Piece fans every time Oda wrote a sad backstory. And it's...
yeah,
it's
right. Sorry.
Summer is laughing his ass off,
About
saying
the emotion.
it makes my heart tremble. What a saga of emotions.
Call their name, scream your family.
Yeah.
Maybe just the second part of that, but yeah. And it makes my heart tremble. Oh, what a saga of emotions. I mean, yes.
It's good.
But for good reason. I mean,
yeah.
I guess for bad reasons too, but they're fictional characters. Nah. Go ahead. What's next?
Indefinite Seas says, "Hi OPP. I've just spent the last 6 weeks catching up all the way from chapter 1133. I love having the podcast to listen to with each chapter, as it makes me slow down and savor each one, as well as helping me notice details I definitely would miss otherwise. Thank you all thank you for all the work you do to make the podcast happen. This is my first weekly chapter since catching up, and what a chapter! I was crying real tears when reading, and have had watery eyes on every reread since. Summers is so horrible and entertaining at the same time. I can't wait to see him get his ass kicked. Do you think Sanji will be the one to fight him? It seems that Sanji may get his Conqueror's Haki. Do you think this arc will bring back his German mutation or reversed eyebrow? I think him going evil and Zoro having to fight him would have some interesting resonance with Imu's reversey powers. Thanks again for all the great podcasting, and I hope you have a great week."
What would a reverse Sanji be like? Oh, that's a whole
I
set
hate
of questions.
all women. Punch them with my hands.
Would he be like extra gay? Is that like, would it like more gay than he usually is?
That is funny.
It's good.
I like. I'm gonna leave that up to the audience.
So you're saying evil Domi Reversi Sanji is either Andrew Tate or Milo Yiannopoulos. It's one of the two. There's no mix. Those are the two evil, worst possible versions that you could think of.
Wow. Perfect zoom in from Alex there. Can't see it, just imagine it. He was
one worked really
he was dying on his chair.
That zoom was so good.
Every once in a while, you get a really good one.
It's always
man.
Yeah,
thank you, Zoom feature of Zoom. Yeah,
I mean, at the start of the arc when these guys were introduced, I kind of figured that, like, all right, Gunko's going to be Loki plus Luffy, and then we have Summers versus Sanji and Gabon, and then Zoro versus Kirin Ja. What the fuck is his name? Killingham.
Yeah.
And someone else.
I was just going to say, I don't think we are getting traditional fights this arc.
Probably not.
I don't think so either.
I don't see why the fights need to be all one-on-one either.
I don't even know if we're going to get, like... I don't even know if we're going to get fights in, like, the traditional way. We have a giant freaking dragon over us right now. Like, who the hell knows what's going to happen?
They don't, and when...
They don't! Sorry.
And of course, it's like the ultimate shonen trope to get... Yeah. The one-on-one fights, but I'm sorry. I love
them.
Like, to me, Alabasta is like platonic ideal for fights.
But we had Alabasta, and we're never going to have
we've
Alabasta.
had
We
multiple
already had
variations
it.
of that as well.
And we've had many
Dressrosa.
Actually, yeah, we had Dressrosa.
And I mean, it's like, yeah,
Wano.
you get it a
and
lot.
Yaslavi a little bit too.
I wouldn't say that Wano is a retread. Wano did have a lot of really great one-on-ones. Every once in a while, we're going to get one-on-ones, and I'm sure that the final battle is going to have a slew of those too.
Oh yeah.
I just, that's how my brain thinks when it comes to arcs now. I mean, like it's the easier way to go, other than like, well, what group is going to be fighting this one individual, you know? But as we said before, I do like the idea of Usopp fighting Killingham in some specific way. Like that is dead on, Roger.
Yeah. The next one, or
yeah,
no,
good.
Still going, sorry.
We've got two more. Let's do those and see where we're at. Sailor Karna, whom we hear from a lot. What's up? Says, hey OPP, this chapter was another tearjerker. I really had to stop reading and hug my own demon nugget and go back to reading. If that's what you call your child, then that's very sweet.
Is it? No, it is.
Well,
Zoom in again. I wish people could see it. I wish people could see it.
It's very good. It's very good.
We have to start posting these at some point. Yeah, go ahead. Just for the zoom-ins.
And this is the lastest piece, and then we can move on. Reverse tummy patch. Okay, I do want to say I really love Gum Gum Tummy Cracker.
Oh yeah,
we didn't even talk about that. That's so fucking funny.
I just got that it's like putting a cracker in your tummy, and that's the whole extent of the joke, I guess.
I guess that's like how Homer Simpson
he stretches his tummy out to the size of a cracker, like a square cracker.
Is
It's basically Gum Gum Balloon, but like square.
But I like Tummy Cracker a lot.
It is a very stupid sounding, but it's great.
I bet there's some. I mean, Steven's not here, but I bet there's some sort of portmanteau that
I'm
uses
sure
like
there's a pun.
Yeah,
like
I'm sure
Senbei Balloon or Senbei Fusen or something.
Oh,
like
actually, that would be. Yeah, I could see that.
Anyway, reverse
learned
tummy
it from
patch.
Cracker. Yeah, go ahead.
Reverse tummy patch says Cracker chapter as always. If you tamed a T-Rex, what would you do with it? I would teach it to ride on a ball.
Oh, full circle here.
Well, first of all, reverse eye patch or reverse tummy patch in this case. I see your Dragon Ball Z reference, and I appreciate it.
Oh, I just got that. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Juggling, though. Anything with the hands, I think, is hilarious immediately.
I think I would go on a walk with it and give it my pirate hat and feed it meat.
Okay. No, Roger, you're on the
That-
cover.
Like
Jesus Christ.
Well,
all Rogers are the same. I get it.
I think I would give it my hat and then inhabit its body, and
No, that's me.
No,
You stole
it's
my
a me,
bit.
Mario.
No, it's Mario. It's
a
Mario.
me. It's a me, Alex.
Oh, you're doing the Odyssey thing, not the jacket fruit that I have.
That's right.
I'd put him on a movie poster for the upcoming movie chasing Baby Luigi and Baby
There
Mario.
you go. In theaters, April
The T-Rex
1st,
is on-
Super Mario Galaxy
There we
movie.
go.
Co-production between
Yeah.
Nintendo and Universal Pictures.
You're probably getting
Are you getting paid for this?
I wish.
I was very excited about those posters. So.
Hey, that's my birthday. Perfect.
It is.
Go
Yeah.
see the
It
Mario
is.
movie.
All right,
That'll
well-
be great. Yeah.
Yeah.
That does it for Disc Piece. What else do we got, Zach?
Oh, no, we're going to stop there because it's late and we started late, but we've still been talking for a while. Let's round off the show after these messages. This has been the One Piece Podcast, episode 906 for February 16th, 2026. Plugs. Don't skip this. I see you pressing that 15-second or 10-second ahead button. No, Roger. No. I've got to plug that. Please listen to our episode from Thursday. We had a special interview with congressional candidate Kat Abu-Ghazaleh, which was... I think I mentioned there that we had originally scheduled her for the day that she ended up getting indicted. Like at the time, like she told us like right before, like, oh, I can't do it. And then I see like 20 minutes later that it was, that's what happened. So it's not our fault. Please don't blame us for that. But yeah, please take a listen to that episode. That was a lot of fun. And listen, this year we've done a lot of great episodes already. The manga has been great. The world has been terrible, but One Piece has been on fire. So yeah, please listen to us and please subscribe to us on Patreon at patreon.com/One Piece Podcast. This month so if you join, at $12 a month, you could join our Sticker of the Month crew, where you get some of Steve's art in sticker form. This month, the vote is there's only 2 days left as I speak, so 1 day left if you're listening to this when it comes out. It is between Luffy's rare cards, which is Luffy holding up his Pokemon card, but it has Jinbei and himself on it, I think. Or Luffy eating the world a la The Simpsons, the Brazil episode where it's Uncle Sam eating the world. So vote. Right now, as I speak, the rare cards are winning 64-36. Only surprises me and no one else. It's because I love that Simpsons reference one. And I think, please also check out, I was on Quest for the Best on 2 weeks ago to talk about Orb on the Movements of the Earth, which is a great series that I know our musician Kirsten into, and she said, what the hell happens after episode 4? I'm not going to tell you. I'm not telling you. Roger, where could people find you?
You could find me same place as you've always been able to find me for the past 10 years. I'm at RogersBase on YouTube, on Twitter, because I'm not calling it X, Blue Sky, Instagram, literally everywhere, you name it. But mostly nowadays, I'm on YouTube. I try to avoid social media.
Has it been 10 years, Roger? I feel like
it's been
more
a long
even.
time.
Yeah.
No, well, I've been doing it full time since 2017.
That's
and
incredible.
I've been doing YouTube for, I think, 12 years. Yeah, it would have been about 12.
Congratulations.
Now.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, it's making a career on YouTube, I can't imagine for so many reasons, but good on you.
I'm very lucky. I got a cool audience, and obviously One Piece fans are great. So it's always a pleasure to be on the One Piece podcast. And then the only thing I really got to plug is obviously we're going to be on break next week, but for each of the break weeks, as I talked about earlier on the show, I've been doing these Bleach read-throughs, where I basically read through a chunk of the Bleach manga. We do it alongside the official release on Viz. Thankfully, they have it all designated in volume format. And so we usually go through about 3 or 4 volumes per stream, mostly due to the fact that there's a lot of negative space and a lot of things where it's just an image is the panel. So it's great. And it's been really a lot of fun.
Are you talking about the heart, the one where it's just a page and it just says the heart on it?
Like I said, I just finished Hueco Mundo, and there was literally a panel that was
the whole page.
The entire page was just white, and then a tiny little image on the bottom of somebody shooting a beam. So I've gotten very used to that with Bleach, but I've thoroughly been enjoying myself. So
now you
if
know
you're
where
into shonen manga.
I was when I was 23 making fun of that. As a 23-year-old with 23-year-old sensibilities in 2009.
That's right.
Or something like that. Thank you, Roger. Yeah, we'll have you on soon so that we know we have a good chapter coming up.
We'll do a live action thing for sure. I'll try to make something work because I know I'll be covering that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very excited for that to happen. No, we'll definitely do that. I want to hear more about your trip to. I don't know if we really got to dive into that trip with you. Because,
like I said, if we do a live action thing, I could do a whole segment. Well, but I'm happy to talk about it because there's a lot of stuff that I can now talk about that I was not allowed to talk about in that video 3 years ago. So that'll be cool once people see season 2. Yeah.
Okay. Ken, where could people find you?
You could find me anywhere online under KindKing01, whether that be Blue Sky, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, you name it. I'm on there with the same name. I have good search engine optimization there. And if you have not checked it out already, please check out the One Piece art collab. Back in 2024, I ran a giant art collab where we got over 400 artists to draw over 800 characters between Post Dressrosa and Egghead. Alex contributed a bunch of art to that. Roger, your thumbnail artist, James, he participated in that too.
Awesome.
So yeah, it's over 800 pieces of really, really amazing full body character art. Look up OP collab on Blue Sky. It's a free download, all there. Go check out all the amazing artwork and all the amazing artists who made it happen.
I know.
And, thanks for
Kirby, who also does he helped you put that together too, right? Yep,
Kirby was my co-host for the entire thing, and he
Steve
also did a
has
bunch
some
of
stuff
the
on
art.
there, right?
Steve was part of Volume 1 10 years ago. He didn't get to do Volume 2, unfortunately, but
I did a bunch.
Yeah.
We mentioned you, Alex.
Oh yeah, sorry, I thought you did, but I zoned out.
Marianne.
Yeah.
Wow. I just said people shouldn't skip this part, and okay.
I'm also a tired dad. Don't give me guff.
Well, I'm not a tired or a dad. No, I am tired, but I'm not a dad. But
You're
anyway,
axolotl.
You're
I'm an
axolotl.
axolotl. Thank you very much. No, you can find me on the regular social medias, the Twitter, the Blue Sky that I forget to post on, and Instagram under Marianne D Hobbit. I voice actor for Crunchyroll. If you're watching Crunchyroll stuff, watch it dubbed or subbed. Sub's fine too, but you probably will hear me.
If you're watching it sub,
both.
also watch it dubbed. Yeah.
Do both. Compare the two. Don't do that. Also, I got to do a really fun thing recently that I was using a pseudonym for, and then I realized nobody else was, so I felt silly about it. If you watch the Team 4-star Toonami Abridged, I am in fact the one named Sailor Moon in that.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't realize. I don't know if I
know
knew that
that.
was you.
Right.
Congrats.
Yeah, I'm Sailor Moon herself. So they just released a both all the episodes together thing. So it still has my pseudonym on there. So if you're like, who is Marianne Book? Well, that's me. It's me. I got scared.
I get it, but I feel like Team 4-star is as legitimate as they get these days.
These days, yes, for sure. I just know there had been backlash in the past, but also literally everybody else, including other bigger named actors than I, are using their regular names. So I'll admit to it now too.
Yeah, we had Kaiser on years ago. They were all great. Yeah, no,
he's great.
Yeah, he is. And that was everyone, right? Anything else, Marianne?
That's all.
Well, that's cool news too. You could find me at ZachLogan.com.
That's not everybody.
Oh,
Dude,
Alex. We talked to you before.
Sorry, he zoned out. Sorry.
Yes, Alex, you're
Roger.
in the art lab. We mentioned it. I'm sorry.
Zoned out, but zoomed in.
I had someone came in and put me on as a jacket, and I zoned out. It happens.
Unbelievable.
If you
Can you
have
believe
a
this
jacket
guy?
fruit like me, you'll understand.
Boy,
Right.
you're lucky I don't have the paw fruit. Otherwise, I'd teleport myself over there so fast.
That would be great. Can you please do
And
that?
I'd put you on
Actually,
with a
that'd be
jacket.
really
and
great.
walk
That'd be
out.
awesome.
Yeah.
You can go visit your friend. That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
come on. Get
big
the
ol'
paw fruit.
big ol' hug.
A bear hug and accidentally throw me into next week? Yeah, go for it.
Send you to Rochester.
No!
So a couple things. You can find me on Blue Sky at @dude!bisky. Weeb Simpsons. You can also find that there under Weeb Simpsons at Bisky.
Okay, biscuit. I don't want a biscuit.
Yeah. I'll be doing Super Art Fight in Baltimore on the 28th of March. It is our
This March or
this March, this coming March, aka several weeks from now, almost a month from now, actually.
nice.
Because next March is in 2027.
Oh
Yes.
my god, you guys.
This is Ken. Do you even remember this joke? I don't know. Go ahead.
Anyway, here's my plug. I'm doing Super Art Fight
We could get there.
in Baltimore at the Auto Bar on the 28th of March. It is Marty's last show. Marty is one of the commentators, one of the original commentators. This is going to be the last show where Marty and Ross commentate a Super Art Fight. And you can see me tag teaming with my friend Nick as Team Spaceballs. It's going to be really great. It's going to be a really fun show. You should come if you're in the area, and if you're not, you should still come. I also wanted to plug Super Art Fights Patreon. We've got a Patreon. Check it out. You can see live video of past shows. It's a lot of fun. And this isn't a plug for me, but the book that I mentioned at the beginning of the show, Set Sail: The Art and Making of One Piece, the Netflix show, the release date of that is actually June 23rd. And you can pre-order it off of the Viz website, and it looks sort of like the the Color Rock Compendiums, where it's like from East Blue to Drum Island has like a
Oh,
little
that's
thing
cool.
there.
Right on.
So you
look
yeah
at
you
that.
could put it right next to your Color Rock Compendiums and it'll look kind of nice. So
I love things when they fit on the shelf just right. That's
yeah, so I guess pre-order that if you want. I mean, I'm not getting paid for it. No.
not yet.
Yeah.
Let's have some optimism. Come on, Netflix. /Viz. Is that it, Alex? I zoned out a little bit.
Wow. Piece of shit. No, it's
No, I'm
Turned
kidding.
to a jacket one time.
yeah.
That's it.
It happens to everyone.
No. Where can the good people find us?
They
Zach?
could find us at OnePiecePodcast.com.
And you.
I'm Zach
Well, you
Logan.
can find you at Zach
I'm
Logan.
ZachLogan.com on Blue Sky. I don't really post anything interesting. It's fine. You could find us anywhere you get your podcast, One Piece Podcast, including YouTube, youtube.com/One Piece Podcast. We might not be sensations, but we're there. We are present we are on the platform. Do we have video on it? Sometimes. Like the Cat Abugazali one, we do have video on that.
Yeah, check it out. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Very good episode.
Um,
Listen to it.
And if you're interested, Rosanna is by Toto. Again, that's the song I was thinking of. Fuck Ice. We'll see you next week, everyone. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Nakama.
See you this March.